Someone's yelling at us, and I didn't even know that they existed.
We are live.
Someone's yelling at us.
Oh Jesus, what have I done?
I didn't even know that they existed.
Let me do some shilling.
I'll kill dead air.
Yeah, some sick beats playing. But yeah, feel free to
No,
do
good.
that. Cause they're just
No, just tell me when it's done.
Oh no, it's just background noise. It's very quiet.
Yeah, I didn't like play around with the idea a whole bunch, but like I found a couple videos that would be interesting loading screens. But then I kind of thought about it, like we don't really do a loading screen. Like we just go
Just
live
at the
and turn it
beginning,
on
yeah.
within like, well, like Raging Humanist does like 30 minutes. So like, and some of the other people
That's a
I
lot.
watch kind of do that too. Well, it's like, like they'll just turn it on and then it just gives everyone a chance to get in the chat.
For sure. No, that is important.
Some of these videos are kind of weird because like some of them are like very new videos, which, whatever. But then like some of this other stuff is like something I saw on a podcast, and I looked at the upload date. It was like 5 years ago. So it's just like these, like how something will just kind of go around its own community, and then fast forward, years later, it just finally blows up on the internet,
Yeah.
and it's on like multiple podcasts in the same week, and you're like, what started this? And it just had to be someone found it. Like if Ethan found it and then everyone around him started talking about it on their streams, it spread from there. It's just the right person has to find it to get it traction.
Yeah, that and like randomly it'll come up in people's recommended too.
Yeah, like that's kind of weird though, because like I got a recommended that was like at 9 months old, and after I watched it, a podcast I was watching referenced it, and you're like, oh, so they just blitzed it across all of YouTube for like 2 days.
Yeah. It's funny the comments on those. So that dude's going ham with that flamethrower.
Oh yeah, I thought it was kind of like I have no context. I just was like, well, that's interesting. I can't remember. Did we talk about the scam Pokemon deck, or did we not get to that last week?
Oh, no. And I kept meaning to watch a video on it, but like, I kept forgetting because it was Logan Paul, right?
Yeah. So, okay. So, Pay Money Wubby did a video on it, and since then, the guy who sold the fake box made a response video basically. So here's what happened. This guy, this Pokemon expert, I forgot the guy's name, bald-headed fuck. He got into cryptocurrency, and that's what he does. And he's just one of those like lifestyle guys where he's like, if you buy from me, you're buying into the lifestyle of Ferraris and bitches and Molly every night. And you're like, oh yeah, that's why I take crypto advice from you and use your link codes, right? So this guy was like the quote unquote the guy for Pokemon cards, and he did a deal with Logan Paul, and a lot of people were calling out that he was like, it's a unopened box. Okay, so he was opening it, blah blah blah, and he's like, oh shit, you got Squirtle, that's like 20 grand. And everyone's watching it is like, dude, that's 4 grand on a good day. Like, and like he was way off on all of his numbers, right?
Yeah.
And then his immediate response to the Logan Paul video was, I am not telling you the prices of what it is right now. I'm telling you the prices of what they will be after the Logan Paul stream influences people to buy Pokemon, and then in 5 years, when this is super trendy, how much they'll be worth then.
That's some
And you're like,
fucking
oh,
logic.
so we're. So I don't, I'm glad that you're speculating on what something's worth 5 years from now because you wrangled in Logan fucking Paul.
Yeah, ipso facto.
So, fast forward to these guys, dumb money, like raises money, buys dumb things. So they bought a unopened box, and it was the largest purchase in Pokemon history, was my understanding. Okay, for let the record for a box, I think it was. So after, like, if Logan Paul paid 200, these guys paid 375. Like, it was, if I remember correctly, there was a jump up. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, the entire the summary of it is the box was fake.
Wow.
So, basically the guy is like hyping it up and blah blah blah, and I got it from, and in the live stream, all this was live streamed. And he said this box was one of 3 that the seller has. He bought them brand new in the 90s and put them in a gun safe, and that's where they've been for 20 years. And he said, it's not fake because the seal's never been broken, and blah, blah, blah. And I think that they took a razor blade and cut the corner to look underneath it to make sure that it was Gen 1 cards inside the box, but that's all they did. They didn't open it. They just like cut a little corner to peek in there,
Yeah.
to verify it or something. I don't know. But, and he said, because what would happen is if someone was to fake it, not only would it look like the box had been opened, but the shrink wrap would not be perfect. It would have a dent in the middle of it,
Right.
because that means that they unshrink wrapped it, then re-shrink wrapped it. And he goes, and usually what happens is they'll swap out the decks. So you'll have a box will get opened in the top couple packs. The top 4 packs will be Gen 1, and underneath it will be bullshit cards. So that way, if you were to poke the first deck as you're peeking in there, the side, the one underneath it would also be Gen 1. Okay? So
Yeah.
remember this. So they opened up the box, and after they cut it with a knife, brand new, opened it up. Before they opened it, there was 2 Pokemon experts there, and they were just looking at this box, and the body language was fucked because you could tell that they were looking at the box, and like he was like, yeah, it's never been opened, and like the 2 Pokemon guys would look at each other, then look back at the box, and you're like, I think they know something. So, by the way, the box was dented, and his argument was it's not that it had been resealed, it's because there was 3 boxes on top of each other for 20 years.
Now, did he open and do all this shit live?
On a live stream, he opened it up.
Damn,
the first
are they still
4 packs.
Are they still
Yeah,
around?
yeah, hold up.
Cool.
So they cut it open.
One sec.
And
one sec. I'll be right back.
so for the non-existent audience, it was Pay Money Wubby. Both videos are on YouTube. It's called Logan Paul's Pokemon Expert, and it's $375,000 scam. And
All right, go ahead. Sorry about that.
Okay, so they cut it open, and they start pulling out the packs. The first 4 packs were Gen 1, and everything underneath it was bullshit, like last year's cards.
Really? Oh my
$375,000 was bullshit. And they open up I think they did not open up the cards because I think that they were just like, fuck it, I'm not even touching at this point. So the guy made it super obvious, and he called the seller that supposedly gave the cards to this investor guy, right?
Yeah.
And somehow miraculously, he called the guy. The guy answered on the first ring as if he was watching the live stream, and they just started talking. And he was like, "Hey man, we got a problem. You owe me a box. I'm out. Money." So it was a complete shit show. It was fucking amazing to watch.
Damn, I wish I
So
would have
fast
seen that
forward.
live.
Yeah, it was like 30, 40 minutes. So everyone was talking shit about it. And he was saying, "Hey, I'm gonna go fly there and get the box from the seller. And he's gonna give you another box." And you're like, "Well, hold up. If the first box was a scam, why are you getting another box from this guy?" You follow me?
Yeah, it just,
Like,
I mean, maybe
someone,
yeah.
So fast forward, so this is what's come out since then. Here's the highlights. The investor bald guy is talking shit to people who comment on the video on Instagram. If you talk shit on Instagram, he will message you back and
That's
talk shit about
funny.
you. Like, this guy is petty as fuck. Like he's like one of those influencers where he takes pictures of like stacks of fucking cash and he's like, "This is what I made on crypto this week." And you're like, you're pretty, like, why are you talking shit to 15-year-olds in India on Instagram? Like, what's wrong with you, man?
I wonder if it's fake money. Does it look real?
I mean, it's stacks. I mean, I've seen like music video stacks and like they're pretty.
Like those music video
Real-ish.
stacks, a lot of those are fake. You gotta look real close though. It'll say for motion picture use only.
Yeah, like all of it's that way. Like I've seen them up. Like I knew someone who had one, and like when you look at it, it looks real until like, I mean, like fucking put like a real 20 on the top and bottom, and you're good.
Yeah. I mean, the paper and the dimensions are all pretty much the same.
So
Texture.
here's what's come out with the Pokemon since then. They didn't go back and exchange because like, okay, the YouTube channel Dumb Money still was out $375,000, right? So they made the guy get them another box. I think he got him another box somewhere, and I think the guy just lost money on that trade or whatever it was. But during this whole like coupled 3-day process of him showing up with another box, he was saying that he wanted to fly somewhere and he would authenticate it without the Pokemon experts with him on video and then fly the box and give it to them in person. And you're like, why are you trying to authenticate something without the experts there? Like, why can't you just overnight the box? Like, why does the investor have to be the one to put his hands on it to bring it to us? So, I mean, like, everything was fucking weird. The guy allegedly was in on this thing from the fucking get-go. The original seller, while being very careful how he phrases this, has talking to some people and said the investor that bought it from me had it for a month. That is all I will say, because I know that there are lawsuits coming in the next week. Because everyone's going to sue each other over, a box that was fucking worthless. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I wonder who was the first one to get it all fucked up. Like
the investor. Just watch the video, like off stream. Watch the video from Pay Money Wubby in the list. I'll leave it there for a couple days.
Oh yeah.
I mean, like, the body language sells it all, and it's like, it's super obvious. If you've ever seen someone sell you fake drugs and then you call them on it and they're just like, "Oh, well, I better call the guy I got it from," and you're like, you know what the fuck was up. As soon as I called you on it, you changed real goddamn quick. Like, fuck you. You knew it was fake.
Like,
I'm
yeah.
calling it.
I wouldn't be surprised if the whole fucking thing is fake. Like, maybe
I would
did you
kind
think
of say no.
370? It was 375.
$375,000.
Yeah, I would be
that's
surprised.
Kind of on par with the market.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised though if that 375,000 didn't even exist. You know what I mean? Like, I'm sure they've made that much in views off of ad revenue.
I don't know. I mean, like, they weren't, like, I don't know. If they had a fly-in 2 Pokemon experts, or collector card experts. I really think they got fucked, and I
I'll
think
have
this
to
was
see.
just.
It's just one of those things where you have to kind of watch it and then have all the context as well. But people have done less for clout before.
Well, see, here's my argument. We live stream everything we do nowadays, so sooner or later, someone was going to get conned live stream.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
That's accurate.
Okay, so the 240,000 views on the official live stream that's 54 minutes long. Their follow-up is fake $375,000 Pokemon First Edition box opening, 33,000 views. And then the next video is opening another First Edition Pokemon box. We will pay $375,000 if it is real. Official live stream, 59,000 views.
59K, dude. And imagine the donos.
I didn't see donos on the live stream when I was watching it.
Oh, okay. Huh.
But, but like, okay, so here's someone else, Jarvis Johnson. He was talking about the video and got 1 million views. Like, Dumb Money isn't huge on YouTube, but if you type in fake Pokemon deal, everyone made money on this, but the channel that bought the goddamn cards.
Damn. Well, maybe then it was real. Who knows? Who can say? But yeah,
but like
that's fucking wild. I hope you did get scammed, that motherfucker. Unfunny
dude,
piece of shit.
Yeah. Like the investor guy was like running his mouth on social media. He was like, how dare you say that I faked it? And everyone was like, dude, this guy faked it. It's all day long. This guy faked it. He's a piece of shit. He doesn't have a good reputation. He overhypes everything. He knew what the fuck he was doing. And like his story kept changing on the live stream. Like, I think they caught 5 different things that he changed the story on within the 54-minute live stream. It was either 4 or 5 things that people have caught him lying about. Like his story on how he got the box changed within 20 minutes.
And
of how
his name is Money Wubby Dubby.
Pay Money Wubby. No, that's just the guy that was talking about it.
Oh, that was the guy that made the video. Okay, who was? Does the original investor, is he named?
Pay Money Wubby figured it out and reached out and talked to the guy. He did not want the conversation to be public, so I somehow Pay Money Wubby figured out who it was. But the original owner of the box was not named publicly in any of the live streams. Because, I mean, like, at the end of the day, there was a guy who had a box and sold it to this crypto investor guy. And the crypto investor guy is the one who walked in fucking big dick energy into a room on live stream and got caught. And everyone was like, hey, either you or the seller faked this. You fucking fix it. I'm not goddamn paying you. So, I mean, the investor was like, which my argument is, if he sold it for $375, he didn't buy it at $375. So even if
no, definitely not.
The investor isn't the faker. Yeah, I mean, yes, yeah. But like, even if the investor is not the scammer, like the 1% chance he's not the scammer, he is never going to admit what he paid for that box. But, well, no, I take it back. He did. He said he was out $35K. So
he tried to make his money 10 times back.
No. He made $35,000 off the deal. So he paid, he paid $300 odd $300,000 and sold it for $375.
Yeah, and you know, a lot of these cards, like those big monies, they have to be like gem mint, and that doesn't have anything to do with like how you handle the card. A lot of times it's like how well it's printed and shit. So, and the difference between like a gem mint and just like the next grade or whatever can be thousands of dollars.
Yeah, like one of the videos I watched on this was like a whole thing for like 2 days with me on YouTube, was when he was talking to Logan Paul about his cards, he was like, "That's a 9 out of 10." And everyone was like, "Dude, you have a microscope in your goddamn pocket? Like, you can't know that it's a 9 out of 10 by looking at it. Like, you have to sit down and study these cards, because it's like they were talking about how it is up to the printer at the manufacturing facility. That's the difference between a 9 and a 10.
Dude, this guy's head is so
perfect.
Shiny.
Yeah, and then like another thing was when he was opening the cards, he was putting them in Ziploc bags. Like, he didn't even have a card sleeve. He's putting them in fucking sandwich baggies, like you put goldfish to send your kid to school with. And you're like, I got a feeling that you're not a fucking Pokemon collector. I think you just found a deal.
Well, I was gonna say, like, vinyl figurines some of them are worth fucking so much money.
So before crazy. I got with my girl, I had some.
You fucking weeb. What kind?
Yeah.
I guess it depends on the
Marvel.
character. Marvel. That's
Marvel and DC all day.
That's not too cringe, I guess. Oh wait, were they like realistic ones?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, those are kind of cool. But like Funko Pops and shit like that.
No, I get my dick wet. I don't buy Funko.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So, fucking, that shit? It like, they sell special containers for vinyl because over time it releases like a gas, and it's toxic to people. Because some people have their rooms are like wall-to-wall vinyl figurines.
Yeah, I've seen the meme on that. Like, I didn't understand it, so I had to look it up. And I was like, oh my god, like there are actual
so basically
versions dying that robbed a GameStop after the riots. Like, those people might die in a year.
Yeah, I would. Fuck, you never know. It might be one of those $500 ones or something like that. But so let me get this straight. So Logan Paul bought this box of Pokemon cards from an investor who we don't know who it is, and then after shit looks
the investor is the bald guy.
Oh, the investor is the bald guy.
Yeah, the same guy who sold to Logan Paul sold to Dumb Money. Logan Paul was $200K. Dumb Money was $375.
I got you. So and he's the one pretending to be an expert.
Yeah.
Gotcha. All right. Wow. Well,
so I don't know how he acquired the $200,000 box from Jake Paul. I didn't look into that deal because that deal was like, it was so insane to watch him overvalue everything that like after like 5 minutes of clicking around the video, I just kind of like logged off.
You should check out what I have up on the live stream. The SPLC has made a list of like the top D Live extremist earners. And our boy Ethan got number 6.
Whoa. So, I have... What is the first thing that you noticed when you saw that? Okay, what's the first thing that caught your eye?
Probably like... Well, like, he's got the arrow pointing... Because Ralph made this... or Ethan made this post. He's got the arrow pointing to it. So that... But then also, Nick Fuentes up at the top. And, Mark Collette down at the bottom. But also, like, they're using D-Live Yellow. Oh, fuck. This is April through October, too. Because I was like, Ethan's only made 24 grand the whole time he's been on there. I feel like he's made more, but no, this is just a couple months.
Okay, I missed that because the first thing I noticed was someone that I'm not going to name because I don't want them ending up on the extremist list makes way more money than Ethan and should be very high on that list. And I was like, you know what? Yeah. I'm not going to fucking point that out because I don't want him tied to the SPLC.
No, they're probably not watching us, but you never fucking know.
I mean, I promise you they know who he is, but...
Yeah,
But, like, I was thinking the money, and I was like, Ralph only made 24 grand?
What up, Tango, in the chat? He's tucked in. He's got comfy Pepes all day.
I actually kind of like that one. The little cookies is cute, I ain't gonna lie. But, then I was like...
this might be something that you could explain to me. Where did the term groiper come from?
Okay, so that's Nick Fuentes.
Yeah, that's what his group is called.
Yeah, I think it was from the memes because if I'm not mistaken, before that they were called after Nick Fuentes, they were called the Knickers.
Right.
And I think at some point they renamed it to the Groypers, and I think it had to do with their meme warfare. But oh yeah, real quick, the one thing I didn't understand about this chart was I was surprised that Red Ice made less than Ethan.
I know. Yeah, because, well, like, those shows are all, like, overly political and stuff, so people donate to them because they feel like they're donating to a cause, but Ethan's just fucking hilarious. So he gets, like, a wide range, and that's why, but, you know, almost everyone else on that list, I could be like, oh yeah, people are donating to him for political reasons, but Ethan, I think it's just because he's entertaining. Groyper, there was a Fat Pepe, and its name was Groyper.
Oh, okay. But like something else I noticed, I was like, I forgot Owen Benjamin made that much was like that big of a deal because of everything that went on with him about
the Terp,
stabbing people in the back.
The turpentine. Owen Benjamin
not
was
even that. I was
just
saying yeah, fuck him. But it was like the stealing of the jokes, the stabbing of the back of, I mean, like, it was a lot of people in the Rogan community. I mean, it was, what's his name, the conspiracy theorist?
Alex Jones?
No. Tinfoil Hat is his podcast. Hang on, I'm looking it up.
I can look it up too.
Sam Tripoli.
Yeah.
Because Sam Tripoli had real fucking issues with Owen Benjamin, and it went real deep for a while. So, like, because of so much... Yeah, and it was just Owen Benjamin being a fucking dick. And it was just like, oh, I'm not allowed in your clique. I'm not with the cool guys. And you're like, yeah, you steal jokes and you stab people in the back with business. Like, why the fuck would anyone support you? So then, like, I'll look over and be like, oh, he out-earned Fuentes? And I'm like, I forgot that fuck was on air.
Shallot on this list is dead. Rest in peace, Shallot.
Okay, who's Shallot?
I'm not sure, but he's right above. It's SHALIT.
I'm assuming it's right wing.
Yeah. These are all quote unquote extreme right wing extremist streamers.
I don't know Martin Selner. I don't know. I know the name Asmodor.
Yeah, it's crazy that Owen Benjamin makes $60K in a couple months though. It's so fucking. He's boring, dude. I don't know. It is. But
see, I like Fuentes. Fuentes isn't bad.
No, I can actually watch him.
I don't watch him a lot.
Yeah, I don't either, because I'm not, like, I don't like politics. I'm just, like, into him now because, you know, it's current. And it's kind of important, I guess, to be involved somewhat. But, like, I'm not the type of dude that's just gonna watch Fox News all year round or something like that.
So... hang on. There's something else. So I meant to ask you, did we talk about the Boundless Journey? This guy who was bitching about... No, we talked about it. The guy that was bitching that his girl, that he was like, I had let her spend $10 at Burger King and she went to $10.21. Okay. Yep. I'm going to remove that guy. We talked about that fuck.
Yeah, I don't know. Do you want to see... 50-50 on whether or not he was, like, trolling, but it seemed very serious.
I've seen so many videos of him, like, not one too many, but like 5 too many of his videos. He's not trolling. He really is that guy.
He's got a little too many videos. For that.
Speaking of,
well, in the comments, half of them do think he's not fucking around.
Do you want to go ultra comfy and watch a meme video?
Yeah.
Which is Hold My Monster Energy. It's 4 minutes, but it's probably worth it. It's one of the longer videos I got.
All right, let's see here.
And then after that, I was gonna show you the male to female transition, or who is now pregnant through immaculate conception
I love these
because her
fucking
boyfriend
videos.
jizzed in her ass and made her pregnant.
It happens, man.
Says it did.
You can't get pregnant if you do it in the butt. Did you ever watch Blue Mountain State?
I know that name.
It's like they're college football players, but it's a comedy show. It's back when comedy was good. Like, people didn't feel like they had to censor themselves or be politically correct.
God, this is like MTV.
It was
Straight
I think it was
to-
like Comedy Central or
Yeah.
some adult channel. Could have been TBS or something. I can't remember.
PBS used to do some wild shit back in the day. Oh, it was a TV show. So they had.
There's like 3 seasons and 2 movies, maybe, or 1 movie.
I just wonder who's the hottie. Who's the
Which one?
Oh, Denise Richards. That was Denise Richards. Okay, Denise Richards was in 18 episodes from 2010 to 2011. Who knew?
But yeah, that is one of the funniest shows ever. Oh my god, it's so funny. Alright, so I got that video pulled up on zeros. Yep. 3, 2, 1, go.
My car is an appreciating asset. Oh yes,
Usually I don't.
my
like
home
these
continues to grow
videos,
in
but,
value.
Oh, it was just super comfy. This fit. It's not political this week. It's a nice little change.
Нравится улица, но плач мой промок, и сверху, и снизу вода. На мой полуночный телефонный звонок.
Wow, is this your abyss? It's so cool.
That place right there. Like whoever, like this was a meme that just fit so goddamn well.
I don't know what it's called, but like I love this style. Of, like, cause I always watch these videos when I see them. A lot of times they're only like 40 seconds or something.
Yeah, I'm sure it takes a little bit of work.
Moist. Diet Polly.
If I'm going to jump, I may as well do it somewhere nice.
Yeah, like I've never been good at remembering the names for memes.
Yeah, well, because we grew up with like the memes that, like, they were like reaction memes basically before memes were a thing.
Please do not smoke in the terminal
Like the
building.
troll guy,
Smoking is only permitted in the specified smoking areas. Thank you.
like there was like Disappointment Penguin and Insanity Wolf and like
I really like the Insanity Wolf, Rage Wolf. Like that's when
yeah.
I think that was one of the first big ones where I was like the different variations and like Rage Wolf was huge on K, so like that's where mine go.
Why does God hate me?
But yeah, those
My
were
life
like the
has been
OG
nothing but
memes
pain.
before they were like comics. That
Wait,
they
hold it.
I hate myself and I wish I was never born.
Just jump, you fucking pussy.
I just can't do it.
do it, you fucking
Everyone
pussy.
is waiting.
Everyone's waiting.
Hold my monster energy.
I don't know why I love this so goddamn much.
He's like turning
It's the
into
fucking-
a boomer.
I just love the wispy boomer behind him, where he's just like, I'm free.
Now it's your turn.
That little face.
I love that they just kept the cigarette.
I know, yeah,
Like, I
that
don't know
is.
why. It's just the little details. Life's not that bad.
God, I
And
hate
chat.
like how many of the features I share with the fucking what it's like, cause the older guy it's the boomer, and I think the first the younger guy, I can't remember what his name is. It's like not an incel, but something like that.
Tango said Wojak for what the guy we were talking about earlier. Who's sick? Oh, Boomer Dad identifies him. That's my argument.
Doomer.
It's the
That's
Doomer.
what it is.
There you
yeah.
go. Dude, I suck with these names.
Shut up, Doomer.
Bring her on.
Fucking
so fucking
perfect.
Stupid.
He's a boomer now. The transformation is complete. All
I love
right,
it.
let me see. I'm gonna send you something to play. It's a little bit shorter, but it's along the same lines. Fuck, I think I'm muted to the stream. Nope, I'm
How
not.
are you? How are you sending it?
How would you prefer, sir?
Doesn't matter. I got everything open right now.
Fuck, I'm trying to think. Yes, I found it.
I forgot I had this open to DMs. I was like, are we watching Alita Ocean Covered with Cum, Freaks of Cock, HD? And I was like, oh no, I said
4K,
that to you.
60
Never
frames
mind.
per second.
I was like, never mind. That's what
These
I said
guys
to you.
probably aren't titty fucking a Japanese MILF in 1440p at 60 frames per second.
Dude, I forgot what video I watched the other day on YouTube. It was like 2440 resolution. I was like, Jesus fuck. I was like, you realize
I
like
just like 60
70% of your
frames.
audience is. Yeah, but I'm like, do you realize like the majority of your audience watches it on 480
I know, yeah.
on their phones? Like 60 to 70% of creators have that, and you're like, that's insane. Because like I forgot
It
what
must make the
channel I was
file
watching.
size insane.
Oh, fuck, I'd have to find it to see what the download is.
I
Well, you got me
DM'd it
curious.
to you on Twitter.
Yeah, I got it. You ready?
Yep. 3, 2, 1, go.
Oh, fuck yes, dude. See, this is one of the first ones I remember watching that I was like, this is cool. Like, I used to not like
What you playing, son?
What you
the
playing,
meme movies.
son?
Rock Knight? Grugner-like. Hunting games too slow now. Grug like classics. Yeah. Quake 3 was good game.
Whatever, Dad.
Go bed soon, son.
I was waiting for the cave to be, Greg. These Baileys.
I just love how it's a John Deere tractor. And everybody remembers, like, trying to sleep through lawn noise when they were a kid.
Yeah, but then you get older and you're like, oh, this is a good day off.
Yeah, dude, I was so close to calling in this morning. I just did not want to go to work. Even my boss, like, when he called me on the phone, my voice was all fucked up, and he's like, please don't come in if you're sick. I could have been like, I feel so sick.
I die.
Yeah, but I didn't.
I don't know. Like, I'll schedule a day off if I have, or like I'll schedule coming late if I got something that morning, or
Yeah, it's always just like impromptu though when I don't want to go to fucking work. I mean, it always like the thing is, if I get up and I leave after that, it's no big deal. Like I don't. It doesn't really. I'm like, okay, I'm here. I'm killing shit. I'm impacting society. Let's get
no,
it.
fuck that.
But
No, my thing is like once my feet hit the floor, you're like, if I get dressed in the next 5 minutes, I'll go to work. If I start, him hauling around, then it's like today, it's gonna be a shit morning. I gotta go
That's
fucking full
true,
speed when I
yeah.
first get up, or the day's fucked.
No, you're right about that. Well, I will say though, like when I get up, I try and get everything ready as fast as I can, all the shit that I need for the day, and then I'll go lay back down for like 5 more minutes. Just so nice.
No, I'll fall back asleep. Like I
Yeah,
have always done that.
It's risky business, man. If you don't set that
No, fuck
timer, yeah, fuck, you're gonna sleep way too late, and you're gonna be like, oh. And then when you get a late start, that's even worse because you gotta stay late.
Fuck that. But no, I mean fuck that. I just don't like traffic's different.
Yeah.
Then it's like, I'm pulling in to get breakfast and it's fucking late. And you're like, how the fuck am I getting breakfast at 10 o'clock? It should be 9 o'clock. And it's like, you were 20 minutes late. But somehow it just fucked the day. No, dude, I have everything laid out the night before. I have socks, underwear, shirt, pants.
Yeah,
jacket,
I still do the
fucking,
mad dash.
everything's nice and fucking neat. Like if I'm taking like food, then it's fucking like already in little containers, nice and neat by the fucking where everything goes, and everything's nice and neat. And
Yeah,
it's in its
meal
own
prep
little
will
fucking
save
place.
you like so much money. I'm spending money on lunch and shit.
Okay, so that's my development for the week. I saw a car wreck happen, and I got a fucking hot plate. So what it is
For
I'll
your
tell you the
birthday
name
or
of it.
what have you, or a gift? Wasn't it a gift?
Yeah, it was early Christmas.
Early Christmas, yeah. You probably shouldn't talk about your birthday anyways. As soon as I said that, I was like,
No, it's all good. It's I'm trying to remember what the fuck. I got a picture of it somewhere. So it's called a Hot Logic Mini. So what it is if you have an AC/DC converter
Yeah.
in your vehicle, or you have like a desk job, it just plugs into the outlet and it'll warm up food in 30 minutes. After an hour, it'll melt the cheese on a pizza. Like, and you will have to like hold it and cool it off before you get
oh, it looks like a little lunchbox.
Yeah, it looks like a lunchbox. I sent you on DM. It looks like a lunchbox basically.
Yeah, that's
And,
cool. It's nice.
I mean, it's nice because it's like it's not. I mean, it help. Money helps, but like, I legitimately get so burned out on fast food
Yeah.
because it's like I have to be able to like get in and out, and then it's like you can only go to Zaxby's. You can only get.
Oh.
At some point, it's just like, okay, I'm either going to get food to go from Olive Garden, or I'm skipping lunch. It's just that's where the fuck I'm at some days.
Yeah,
And I'm just so tired of this shit.
I've been meaning to buy this stuff called Spiz, S-P-I-Z. It's a triathlete like meal replacement that supposedly gives you energy too, and I'm like, damn, if I can eat athlete food and cut down on caffeine, that'd be a real winner there. But it's just so unappetizing to drink your lunch.
Well, okay, so I used to do that for breakfast, and I'd make a shake for breakfast, and that would hold me over until 1, and then I would eat a small lunch, and then eat dinner. And I didn't mind it as long as I got like birthday cake or like fudge.
Peanut
shakes,
butter
and,
chocolate is pretty damn good. I don't know about. I've never tried Spiz, so I don't know if it tastes good or not. But peanut butter chocolate protein powder, pretty good.
All I'll say is, if you ever decide to go down the rabbit hole of Soylent, like Soylent Green, look into the company and the documentary that was made years ago. Maybe it's changed. It's been some years of the facility where they manufactured it.
Oh,
There was
good.
drums of chemicals and roaches at the places they made the powder, and they made it in the beginning in someone's apartment, and then they transferred to an office. Like, none
Oh,
of this was
no.
food grade. They were just like, it's a good idea, and we're going to sell it like a tech company. And you're like, yeah, but people eat it. And they're like, regulations,
That's
smegulations.
gross. That sucks. There's probably
It's been
cat
some
hair and
years.
shit.
I'm sure it's fine now. But I'm saying it's fine. I think it was a Vice documentary when it first came out.
I always.
Because I was like, that looks fucking disgusting.
Do you know who Narcissa Wright is?
No.
There was a speedrunner named Cosmo or something like that. And
What game?
what did he speedrun? Let me see real quick.
Why you Google that? The guy that got caught cheating in, was it Pac-Man or one of those?
That
Got
fucker.
sued today, yeah.
Thank
Or
God.
yesterday,
I hope
assault
they
today.
keep suing his ass, Billy, whatever the hell his
Fuck.
name is.
Yeah.
He still says,
Yeah,
I'm
dude.
innocent.
Yeah, fucking bullshit, dude. We all saw those goddamn videos.
There were like
That
two
was
different
fucking
documentaries
insane.
that gave like two different reasons as to why.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it was Cosmo Wright, and he did I don't even know what games these are, dude. Like, there's a Zelda. Zelda, Ocarina of Time. Mostly Zelda games, it looks like.
So, I never did. Finish what you're saying. Tell me about this guy.
Oh,
What's the
anyways,
story
yeah,
with him?
they or him or her, whatever the fuck, were real big. That's like all that she would eat. I'll send you a good.
Toilet.
Yeah.
It was a big thing for a while. I mean, it still is in some circles, but like everyone that I talk to in real life either does shakes or just goddamn straight fucking protein powder like a goddamn savage. But I get it.
As long as it tastes good, you know, I can deal with just regular protein powder. But yeah, you throw some fruit in there. Some good
Yeah,
shit.
and see, like, it depends on that rabbit hole you go down, because then you're like, okay, so, you know, is there a difference between eating fruit and drinking fruit? Yes, there is. Do some research, depending on some people, depending on who you listen to.
Especially
So
if
then
you
it's
got
like, you know-
a fucked up digestive system. Yeah, it can
Oh,
be-
yeah, then, yeah.
It's a lot of fiber.
But, like, so, like, I was looking at it as, you know, like, let's do meal replacement for not necessarily money, but just health. Take money out of the equation. So then it was
and
like, okay,
convenience, you know, like if you've got a juicer
that's it.
and
Yeah,
you
yeah,
wanna
that's
do
my thing. I didn't want to take like a smoothie bullet to a like and use the DC converter in the truck, but like I guess I could, but I don't know. Like I was just like, it's a convenience thing. Like I don't want to stop going, so it's like it's the same amount of money to me, if not anything. Insure's a little bit cheaper than the shakes, and then they're already made. So then you just grab two of those little like cardboard cartons that they have, or you know just shake them up and fucking chug them, and then you're good for like 5 hours. And you're like, well, it's not that fucking bad. Like I know, man, Insure works.
Fed wants to
I mean,
know
it's
if
a
you
fucking
have
meal replacement.
coronavirus.
No,
Who ate all my spaghetti?
I legitimately, I can send you pictures. I had spaghetti tonight.
It's so funny. I was meeting this guy today to sell him something, and I had just got finished eating some spicy chicken, and like while I was walking up, I coughed into my arm, and then he extended his hand, cause like I'm down to not shake someone's hand just in general. That was a pre-corona habit of mine. But anyways, I was like, damn, dude, you're pretty brave. I just coughed and you still want to shake my hand? And he goes, well, I hope you're not sick. And I'm like, nah, I just had something spicy.
I met a guy that I ended up talking to, a complete stranger, talked to him, and it's like it's just one of those situations where like you wanted to get in and out in 5 minutes, and then like 30 minutes later you're like leaning to the right, where you're like, I'm trying to leave, but this is a halfway entertaining conversation, but like I'm trying to get the fuck out of here.
Damn, dude,
But,
you know
like,
what the worst is when you go to a dealer and that happens, and you're like, I just want to get what I want and get the fuck out of here. Like, I should never have said nice bike to you or whatever, you know, like, fuck. Foolish.
That's that, especially if it's that Cyrus from Trailer Park Boys, where he's like, yeah, it's my daddy's fucking bike. My dad was a fucking Hell's Angel. Did I tell you that story? He used to beat the fuck out of some fucking warlocks. And you're like, I don't care, man. And he's like, let me tell you about those fucking knights in South Carolina. And you're like, I don't care, man. I don't know the knights. I just want to go, man.
This is a 1911. Safety always off.
Fuck yeah, man.
I can't remember what gun it says, but yeah.
Yeah, well, I think I looked at it. I think it was Beretta 92.
Oh, maybe that's what it was. It was something like just, oh man.
We had this conversation like 10 episodes ago.
Yeah, we did look it up. I'm remembering it now.
Because it comes up in my recommended feed now. Like, periodically, I'll just have Cyrus clips show up. And I'm like, why in the fuck? I never liked Cyrus.
Oh,
and I was like, God damn, that one episode.
Something to do if you have like a favorite character in a TV show, just Google the character and then best of. And those are fun to watch.
So it depends on my mood. Like if it's on the weekend and I got free time or like a day off work, whatever, like that's fine. But if I watch it Monday through Friday, I'm like, fuck this. I'm just gonna watch the show.
Right. I've got like
because like I can watch stuff at work, so it's like I don't want to watch the best of. Like I'm not crushed for time like on the weekend.
Right. When you just want that hit. Of internet.
Yeah, you're goodness. Like, I want to blow through a season of the fucking Trailer Park Boys cartoon. Like, I want to fucking do this shit. Fuck it. Was it like Monday at 5 o'clock? Fucking turn that shit on.
Yeah, when on the weekends, I will watch Too Mad, the streamer sometimes. I will watch like Filthy Frank videos and Sam Hyde videos.
Sam Hyde's where the fuck is that, man?
Yeah, dude, he's so fucking legendary. Used to watch Frank Castle videos, but you know how that goes. And Wings of Redemption. Do you know about Wings?
Okay, so Wings.
There's 3 fucking channels that always upload like the most embarrassing parts of his streams. And I just remember my favorite thing. One time somebody super chatted who ate, or their username was who ate all the banquet meals. I was like, oh my god.
I know Wings. I know I've seen like different things and like video docs on him.
Yeah, shout out Liquid Richard.
But I've never watched him. Like I've only seen clips of him through other people, and like a lot of it started down the rabbit hole. I love down the rabbit hole. He doesn't post that often, but he'll drop mega documentaries and be like, okay,
did you know about him before I sent you that I sent you some video from down the SPCC one, which we didn't even end up doing anyways.
No, like so Wings of Redemption, the video that Down the Rabbit Hole did is 2 hours long.
It's one of his best episodes because he takes a really cool stance, like where he's like he doesn't like accept any of Wings' bullshit, but he does show like a more compassionate side of, you know, because most people when they make a video about a lol cow, it's just like a shit fest.
Okay, so let me ask you this: on Down the Rabbit Hole, have you seen a lot of his stuff?
I think every
has like
video.
20 videos.
Yeah.
Okay, so what do you think is better? Take out the lol cows everyone knows, okay? What do you think is better? Mother Horse Eyes or the Final Fantasy house?
Final Fantasy house.
Thank you.
That shit was so... I listened to that thing twice, I think. It was, first of all, it was so entertaining, but second of all, like, That is so insane, and it just like, it's the perfect level of like reality. Like you could totally believe something like that would happen, and then insanity on the internet. That's like one of my favorite things.
So, like, I really
mental
thought that
illness,
video
yeah.
was longer. I didn't realize it was only 40 minutes. I really thought this was, because, like, it's so much detail that, like, Wings of Redemption is 2 hours. But you're like, his life is so fucking repetitive. It just doesn't seem like a lot of information. Like, it's a life story of someone, but it seems like an hour maybe.
I have
But,
to
like,
watch the new
final
one that he just did, and I haven't seen the Austrian wine poisoning one.
Austrian wine's really good. I was gonna ask you about Deep Blue because I've not
that.
seen it, and that's 2 hours, and fuck me, that's long, man.
Yeah, I have it in my watch later.
Same.
I liked his furries video too.
So everything furry or extremely degenerate is always measured in my head against Medgar, because you can never top.
No, you really can't. And
You're never gonna top.
He did it so long before anyone else had. Like, actually dug up the history and the burned furs and all that shit.
Okay, so let me ask you, do you remember the guy that cut his hands off to get paws?
No.
This is fucking lost lore. We're gonna have to do it next episode, because I gotta fucking dig this shit up. So there was a guy that basically froze his hands off with dry ice, and he wanted to get paws grafted onto him.
Nice.
So there was a bunch of, that's the summary, fuck it. There's other stuff that doesn't matter. They were gay furries with a piss fetish. I don't know, I don't think there was diapers. I think it was just piss. But, so anyways, he did a bunch of research on how to freeze your hands it was like liquid nitrogen or dry ice, and to cause so much cell death that they had to amputate it.
Yeah.
So he did it once, it didn't work. It did it the second time, they had to amputate it. So that was one of those like insane fucking things that they're like, you hear about it on the internet, but you're like, is it real? Maybe it's not. Like, no, it's real. There's footage of the guy, blah blah blah.
Well, I know on Reddit, people are saying like he put like numbing cream on his hands, and then would like he would put them on dry ice to like help relieve pain, but that sounds fucking insanely retarded. So
that's what his explanation was about how he had that much, how he basically killed his hands. He was like, well, I used dry ice to help with the pain, and I just accidentally fell asleep. And you're like, you fell asleep with fucking, like, have you ever held dry ice? Like, well, maybe with numbing cream, but like, there's not enough liquid coke to put on your fucking hands to make that work.
People are calling
I'm not buying
it
it.
conspiracy theory.
Bullshit. I mean, there's fucking evidence. So anyways, fast forward 2 years later, he still doesn't have paws. I saw an update like a month or 3 ago. The fucker still doesn't have paws. He just still doesn't have a goddamn hand. Or hands, I can't remember. I think it was hands. I think it was both hands.
Yeah, it was both of them.
Little fucking nubby wubby. But there was also that guy. This is around. So that guy was around the same time, I think, as the guy that cut off the dog's head and wore it.
I don't know. This is so odd. Like, well, it's the thing
dead
is,
dog head or the paws.
Well, so the thing that's weird is people are like defending him, or were defending him. This was last year, that like people use this as treatment for arthritis all the time, but like that doesn't seem like a good idea. And then especially not to do it while you're fucking sleepy.
Well,
I mean, I'm not gonna...
heroin and cigarettes don't mix either. Ask anyone who's burnt down the apartment. But I mean, it happens, right?
Yeah.
But I'm not, like, I don't know, dude. Like, because he had...
Have you seen the pictures?
Yeah.
Oh, man, that's gotta feel... Well, hopefully it's just numb for his sake, but fuck. Looks painful.
I got a feeling that when the nerve grows back, it's excruciating. Like, ask anyone with third-degree burns.
Well, and the thing about
know?
frostbite is they have to cut up to where the nerves are still good.
Yeah, so like when you have nerve pain, that would be fucking excruciating.
I'd imagine. Yeah.
Like, imagine if you didn't know about the
Or, like,
degenerate shit that exists on the internet. Right?
Phantom
You didn't know
limbs,
about
you
any
know.
of this.
Oh yeah, you're still blue pilled.
Yeah, and imagine your son is like, guess what? I can't have an orgasm unless a dog's involved.
Oh,
and you're like, the fuck did you just say to me? And it's like, by the way, I cut my hands off because I want paws because my boyfriend is my pup master. And you're like, are those words? Like, did you just put words together
Yeah, I
for
can't.
No.
So
This is
there's-
a real thing. And
There's
you're like,
there's this fucking video. You know Linus Tech Tips? Have you
yes.
ever heard of him? The
I like
Canadian dude.
He has a nice voice. He has a nice voice. He does good on YouTube for that reason.
Yeah, he's energetic too, and he knows a lot of shit. But anyways, Too Mad, that streamer that I was telling you about. If you ever see a Too Mad video, it's like a fever dream on Adderall. It's like really fast and like loud and bright and shit. Well, anyways, so he got the he brought the case, and Linus had everything else. He hot glued an iPhone 6 to the case. He put like fake Yeezys on the bottom, BTS stickers everywhere, fake grass. It's hilarious. But Linus is such a weirdo. He doesn't know, for being like a computer guy, it doesn't sound like he's ever on the internet. And so at one point during the video, he's like, I can't tell if that's a meme or you're just making noises. And I was like, that's what a boomer is gonna say, like when we become boomers. Like, is that a meme or are you just making noises?
Yeah, like I heard, Your Mom's House is like one of my favorite podcasts. Like all of them, Roach
Yeah.
Motel, you know, where my mom's at, Your Mom's House, just that whole channel, except Dr. Drew, fuck him. But they were talking about like something like that, and they were like, imagine those people who, like, you have to tell your grandmother at 70 years old, you have to look at her and you have to say, by the way, I can't come unless my partner fucks me with a strap on as I'm hanging from the ceiling. And you're like, why would you tell someone that? Like, I'm still of the mindset of like, yeah, I don't know. Like, don't discuss that.
I know,
Like, I mean, whatever. I'm libertarian at heart, so I'm like, I don't give a fuck what you do, man. Like, you do you, but like, I'm still Southern, so I'm like, yeah, I don't want to hear about that. Like, you keep that shit to yourself, man. Like, that's fine. I don't want to hear it. There is levels of, I don't know, like, social respect, not to be just talk about everything out loud all the time.
dude, you know what
And
I
you're
want to
like-
go to real bad would be like a furry wedding. How cool would that be? It would be very
I know
degenerate.
someone who had a Lord of the Rings wedding, and I didn't go because at the time I was like, I'm not going. Fuck that. I'm not going. And I've regretted it because I'm
Damn,
like,
that
that's a
sucks.
good story. But I saw the pictures and I'm like, so that happened. Like, okay, it was like a grade C Comic-Con that was outside
Yeah.
of like 10 people.
What
Like
time
there was
of
10
year
people
was
dressed up. Fall.
it? Fall. Okay, so at least it's not hot as fuck.
Yeah, but like, I know a girl who was there and she spent hours on her hair braiding in flowers and shit, and then had a dress ordered that looked similar, you know? And I'm like, this is fucking insane.
Yeah,
And she-
people
like, and
people
all
go
of them
all
were just-
out for weddings, anyways.
I don't know. I just like,
Oh,
I
it's
just wanna get-
crazy, the wedding industry. How much
Yeah.
like if I know a photographer, I know a couple photographers actually, and they're like, yeah, anytime somebody says wedding, the price goes up like 300%.
the photographer in my family charges like 1 to 200 to do like pictures of a kid. If they are going to a park to do a couple hours, then it's 200 to 300 for like family pictures, you know.
Yeah.
In a wedding, I know that they've made 600 to 700 one time. Another time they made
Well, that's like a good price.
5
too.
or 6. I mean, but it's not. At one point, it was going to be their full-time job, and like everything else in their life, they gave 2 months to it and gave up on it. But you know,
yeah.
for 2 months, they did really good during wedding season.
Yeah, were they any good at photography?
They're very good.
Yeah, well that sucks.
I was their first customer at their first art show.
Good shit.
Because I thought it was so fucking cool that they got into an art show. And it was not like, oh, welcome to like Bumblefuck Town nowhere. It was like a bigger city, unnamed, down the road, like not down the road, but farther down the road. And it was a big fucking deal.
But like, yeah, like
and they were
a
super
cultural
excited.
place.
Yeah, like it was a legit fucking art show. And then like after that, they got picked up. They got into some coffee houses, a couple printing places nearby picked them up. At one point, they got sold at a framing place, an art supply store, and something else. Like they were all over the place. And then they just got bored with it. And I'm like, you got bored with it when your career is on the fucking up, fixing to peak?
Yeah, I guess, I mean,
suck.
that's the thing about, like, if you're good at something and you actually like doing it, the quickest way to fuck that up is to try and turn it into your career. I do believe that. Because you're gonna, now all of a sudden you've got deadlines and it's like, oh, I can't just not do this if I don't want to. I have to do it. And so I feel like that could take your passion away for something.
I think it depends on the person. I think some people can say, I can enjoy this. And like this aspect of it is the job. And then this other aspect of it is the fun part. Like, you know, having creative clients. Like, ask any tattoo artist.
Well,
They hate doing butterflies on ankles. But if someone walks in and says, here's 600, I like birds. Here's my arm. I'll be back in 2 days. Draw it out. They're like, this is what I fucking love about my job.
Yeah,
And they're like, all I ask is I want blue and I want it outlined in fucking gray. Other than that, go fucking ham. They're like, dude, that makes the whole month of butterfly tattoos on drunk 18-year-olds worth it if you could just get that badass customer.
Yeah, I feel you.
Ask any tuner. Ask anyone who works on cars. It's like, dude, I'm so tired of fucking like bullshit CV joints. Like, do I really need a CV joints? Do I really need a new steering pump? And it's like, no, you don't. Fuck it, let's see what happens. I've never tried this before. Maybe I'm wrong. Fuck it, let's see what happens. Maybe you don't need power steering fluid. Fuck, let's see what happens. Do you have a Ford?
Throw some
You
antifreeze
don't
in
need
there.
to keep those at over full because it's a Ford. I'm sure you can survive with a leak. Ford doesn't have problems inherently with power steering.
No, never.
pumps.
I've never
I'm
never owned a Ford that's had a fucked up power steering pump. That never happens.
Yeah, it's almost
Fuck.
like if you don't keep them right at full, that if it is right at full or empty. If it is 3/4 that is empty, it will eat itself alive.
Yeah, it's like enjoy hearing the most horrendous sound you could imagine until it warms up from now on.
Dude, that noise. Is so fucking
Yeah, it's so
How
annoying.
low did you get yours? God damn, I was talking about the whine noise. You're
Oh,
talking about the
yeah.
goddamn thing
No,
eating itself.
the pump will operate perfectly fine, but until it gets warm, it sounds fucking. Well, this was on like an old, naturally aspirated 7.3, so it was a diesel too, so it was already a fucking racket when it was started cold, but it would even out after like a couple minutes of driving, but before, man, it was a racket. That's for sure. I could have, well, like, I'm sure I don't have that truck anymore, but I'm sure the power steering pumps days were numbered, but for a long time it worked just fine other than the horrible noise. But yeah,
conditioner works.
that
Like fucking Lucas
screaming
conditioner
noise.
will save those things.
It'll
buy you 6 months.
I did put that in at one time. It
I
didn't
swear
fix
about
anything,
Lucas.
so I just kind of didn't do it again. But that screeching whine noise, though, yeah, that you can always when they first start up, that is distinct.
That noise is fucking insane.
What's your dream car?
Realistically, C63S.
Is that a fucking
Mercedes.
Yeah.
AMG C63. That's because those are not outside of insane money.
Yeah, I love the grills on some of those Mercedes. They're just big and nice.
I just
oh
like
wow,
AMGs.
the S is fucking crazy. Like, have you seen the black and red one?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'll send you a.
For me, I would probably have to. Well, like if I couldn't have just like a badass truck that was just big and comfortable and capable and stuff like that, like a 7.3 Power Stroke or something, with the 2004 body style.
Over the 6.0?
Oh hell yeah! I mean, maybe a bulletproofed 6.0, but.
It's not hard to make them bulletproof.
No,
buddy.
and they are bad bitch. They're bad motherfuckers once you do that. But I don't know. The 7.3 is slow and loud, and it's not very efficient, but it's just so durable.
Gives a fuck.
Yeah.
No, but you gotta get the Super Duty. It's all about those fucking door handles.
Yeah, and those tow mirrors.
Nah, fuck. Dude, goddamn.
Chevy tow mirrors. If it wasn't that, probably. Man, this is tough. Maybe like a WRX with, that's very fast. You know what? And it's crazy because I'm a Ford guy, but those new Corvettes look so fucking good.
Have you seen one in person?
I have,
WCX?
yeah. Or
they're
like
nice, dude. I saw Cletus come through Atlanta.
Oh, did you really,
after he got
McFarlane?
his. Yeah.
What a
I was
baller.
in Atlanta when he was coming through it because I didn't know it was him. I got a picture and sent to my buddy, and then like 3 days later, I sent him the video, and I was like, "Hey, so this is him coming through Atlanta. Here's the following 5 buildings in his fucking background." And I'm like, I am in that goddamn traffic on the other side.
That's hilarious. I'm so jealous of that motherfucker.
Look up the video I just sent you. That is what got me on Mercedes, was the CLS. I know the CLS versus.
I like Supras.
I know
too.
that they're based on the E chassis, like fucking whatever. Like, but the CLS 63 looks fucking nice. It looks just sex on fucking wheels. Just fucking black the goddamn thing out like a fucking person that's normal, and just listen to the sound of just German, just redneckery. Whereas it's like it's the perfect sound, and it never looks like it comes out of the cars that are true AMGs. You look at those cars and they're like, oh, this looks like a normal fucking car. Like, oh, do you have an exhaust on it? Like, no. This is like, it's 600 horsepower from the fucking factory.
Yeah, that's crazy.
And they're like,
That's
why the fuck would they do that? I'm like, yeah, it's because AMG. Like, they have an insane fucking history.
They have a fucking road with no speed limit in their country. Like, why wouldn't you do that? Let's see.
Where the BMW 7 Series came from.
And another car, and it would win.
I'm listening to it. Golly. It sounds like a more throaty Mustang or something like that. That's wild.
Yeah, I'm watching it on the fucking replay.
I
yeah,
tell
right
you,
when he pulls out, you're always like, yeah, that's perfect. That's fucking perfect. That's what got me into C63s. But like, there's a huge price gap in those. But like, CLS is not that expensive. I have more than once found them on Bring a Trailer, and you're like, God, that is perfect. That is everything I want, and it's not that bad.
I don't like these cars, although they're fast as fuck. I don't know. I don't like the way they look, but the Hellcats, God, those sound good as fuck too. I saw a video of a Hellcat outrunning a police helicopter. Excuse me.
Okay, so here's my issue is I'm near Atlanta. So everyone and their fucking mother has a scat pack. Every single motherfucker down here has a scat pack with a fucking exhaust.
Yeah.
So I'm so tired of the average Charger Challenger where it's got a stripe on it, or it's got the fucking Dodge logo, or the fucking hat on the side.
The two little red lines or whatever the fuck.
Yeah, and it's like, keep in mind, I work by Mercedes-Benz Stadium, where the sideshows are. I can send you pictures every Monday of the rubber on the ground from Saturday night.
Yeah.
Like, a lot of those, I'll look up, it was like, I don't know my channel. Like, they do a lot of videos outside Mercedes-Benz Stadium. And, like, more than once, I've thought about, like, do we want to go there? Like, I know where the sideshows are. I know, like, I'm looking at their chats and shit on Facebook. And you're like, I kind of want to go. But there's also, like, things can get pretty fucking rowdy.
Just don't
like,
die.
I just don't know.
Well,
I'm not gonna be the guy that's standing in the front row. Be like, hey, I want to get hit by a fucking Corvette. You're like, I don't want to get hit by the back of a car. But like, it'd be fun to go. Yeah, like it'd be fun, but it's like if you're not in the front row, you're just there for the environment, and I don't party like that. So I'm like, guys get tired of the Dodges. I hear them all fucking day long.
That's another reason. It's like everybody wants the Hellcat and everybody talks about it, and you know,
it's cheap. Like, you cannot buy horsepower, that much horsepower per dollar anywhere else but Dodge. You can't. Like with the Mustang.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, it's that's why Dodge worked. Now, they're not the most nimble fucking things, but I mean, they're not made for that. It's not a track car. It's made for highway pulls. It's made for the fucking parking lot shows. It's perfect for what it is.
That new
but
Corvette.
It's fast as fuck.
That new Corvette is $122 per horsepower. I'm trying to see.
But see, they haven't come out with the Z06 yet. So, like, that's what has that's always been the big thing with C8. Is like, it's amazing that they went mid-engine finally.
Yeah, the Hellcat is $86 per horsepower.
For which package?
The Hellcat.
The Hellcat?
Yeah, the Scat Pack's $85.
But see, like, Scat Packs aren't fucking bad, dude. Like, if I had to get one, it'd be a Scat Pack.
I do.
They're nice.
I mean, if I had more money to modify it and make it look different, I would probably. Like bigger wheel wells and make it look like a 1960s Charger or something.
But still, I like the new wide bodies. That I think they fixed it. The wide body is perfection.
The thing about
because you finally have enough tires that it grips enough for you to have fun, where you don't. They don't grip a whole lot in the front, but with the wide body Scat Pack, that's fucking perfection. Dodge nailed it with that shit.
And the Hellcat does have like 200 more horsepower than the Scat Pack.
There you go.
Even more, like 230.
What's the price gap between Scat Pack? Because Daytona's the package, RT's the base.
The Hellcat is 62, and the the Scat Pack's 20 grand less, like around $40,000.
20 grand.
Yeah.
40 grand is a Corolla, man. That's so cheap.
I know. Well, for 485 horsepower, that's definitely, I think, worth saving 20 grand. Just because, like, what you really need is around 500 horsepower. Anything more than that, and it's dangerous in my opinion. Like, it's too much fun.
I think it depends on the car.
Yeah. Like you saying,
like,
you
it
can't
depends on
turn these fucking things. Like, if you get
you can
going,
turn. Well, I mean, you can. I'm saying, like,
just like, I mean, it's just like if you have to make an evasive maneuver, you're fucking spinning.
well, they're not terrible. With that said, they're not terrible. But like,
See,
look
like,
at
I would
the
almost
Scat
get
Pack.
the 2020.
But then look at the.
Go ahead.
No, you go. Which one? 2020 what?
Ford Mustang, because it's 400.
Okay, that's what I was gonna say. I'm looking at 2019 Ford Mustang GT, and they go for about 60. Like,
Yeah.
look at the, because that's why I got pulled up.
Oh,
Fuck
are they really?
the
Fuck. Well, then
Bullet.
maybe it's not even worth it.
Get rid of the Bullet. That car should not exist. It's a goddamn paint color, nothing else. Fuck the goddamn Bullet. That movie is dead to everyone. that
Yeah,
remembers it.
yeah.
But like, look at the brand new, or this generation Mustang, and then look at a Dodge Charger, and you're like, I mean, like, I get the Charger, but you're like, the Mustang's slick as fuck.
Well, and they're probably better on fuel and like easier to handle.
Fuel.
Oh, they
It's
brought
a
the
fucking
7.
Mustang GT. Who gives a fuck about that?
They brought the fucking 7.3 back.
So yeah, I saw that last week. I think the theory is that they were talking about doing that in the
Oh, it's gas.
Mustang, and then they were talking about possibly a larger engine or Raptor instead of the EcoBoost. But the EcoBoost is, and it has to be in everything for this generation.
Dude, this is fucking gas, bro. The thing's gonna get a fucking. It's gonna get like 8 miles to the gallon.
So?
Oh my god. I guess you could turbo it though. I just don't know, like. I mean, you know, the max tow rating is fucking 21,000 pounds on the dually. And that's the rating.
Yeah, but look at the, like, the 6-cylinder eco diesel that Dodge had. That wasn't
the 6.7, I think.
the 6-cylinder.
Oh no,
the
no.
eco diesel.
That's
the
a
eco
V8.
diesel.
The 6.7 is a V8.
Yeah.
I can't remember what that one is.
It wasn't too bad. By the way, the EcoBoost Mustang, so you get all the looks with none of anything else. 27 for a 4-cylinder Mustang. Not. I knew someone who bought it, and I made fun of that entirely. Way too goddamn much.
Yeah,
But then
the 6.8 V10 supposedly had like more recalls than any other Ford engine, but a lot of people in the comments are saying that it's good. You know, it's pretty strong. It's all in the maintenance, I guess.
What years was that?
The V10, I think, was like
The Trident?
2003, because I've seen a lot of them with the 2003 body style, but I am not sure.
No, I'm not talking about that generation. I mean, they were boat anchors, but I mean, they lasted for fuck ever once you put a little bit of money into them.
I'm wondering like how that's gonna work out, like, cause I always felt like diesel just made sense for high compression or like high displacement engines because of the way they utilize compression. Oh man, here, let's look up this.
Well, yeah, but isn't that like thinking from 20 years ago? I mean, we have eco diesels, we have everything's gone turbo now. You know what I mean? Like,
That's
if you're
true.
being,
That's what I'm
I
saying.
think if you're being completely honest,
you should just
the
turbo
average
it because it
person
makes
doesn't
sense.
need a diesel.
No,
You
of course
don't
not.
need a F250.
I didn't need a
Like-
fucking F350. I mean, the fucker was so hard
I
to
had
park.
an F250. I had a lifted F250 at one point. I did not goddamn need that. Okay, before we get
Yeah, we're nerding.
After this, I want to show you 2 videos, simply because of what I put together.
For sure.
But go back to the truck.
Oh. Whoops. What did I do? Are you watching the stream?
Yeah, I'm watching the replay.
Oh, it might be a little bit behind.
Nah, here you go.
Let's see.
It shall show up eventually.
5.6 miles to the gallon when towing.
Yeah, but that's towing. I mean,
But yeah,
if you're
15
towing and you're bitching about fuel, you have fucking issues.
15 is not bad for that. I figured it'd be lower.
Stop that.
Damn, I don't know. The Chevy truck looks ugly as fuck. Not that the Fords are that much better, because I think they.
You take that back.
I think they could have been.
You take that back. Fords are not. Fords looks nice.
Oh, they do. I mean, I like the way their headlights are shaped like that and stuff. It's just like the styling of the Raptor. Like they should have got the guy who did the Raptor design.
Okay, I like the Ford. I like the F-150s. I like the Super Duties. I fucking love Super Duties.
The F-150 looks better than the F-250, to be honest. Looks like that old Lincoln truck that they had.
The Blackwood?
It was the Lincoln something.
The pickup?
Yeah, but it was
the F-150 with. Yeah, that was the Blackwood.
Yeah.
But
20 on E85. Oh, it drops down to like. But if you put premium in it, it does like 20 in the city with the 3.3 liter V6.
Oh, but like. The only Chevy that looks good to me is the fucking Trail Boss, and that's only because of what it is, not the way it looks. I hate the fucking Chevy grills. When they came out with that year, I was like, have you seen what they're releasing next year? When you're like, oh, so you made the grills bigger. Like, you're going to need 2 sets of headlights. You make these trucks look fucking insanely bad. It is insane when you look at a Raptor and you look at a new Silverado 1500 and say the Raptor looks smaller. If they're not side by side, if you just see a picture of both, you would say that Silverado looks like it's even with the top of my fucking head. And then you look at Dodge and you're like, oh look, this thing comes with leather. This is perfect for cruising from work site to work site if you're a fucking foreman. This has everything I need built into it, including outlets in the fucking back. It's everything I need for the guy who delivers supplies to his crew.
So the oh man, I can't remember what the fuck it's called, but they had this truck, and it was like, I think it might have been in the 2004 after, until they changed it body style. But this truck,
Ford, Chevy, or Dodge?
Ford. It was a Ford, and it was just an appearance package. But it had like this side decal, and they were all like gray, black, or red, and they all had
the Harley.
No, it looked similar.
They had the Harley. They had the Tonka.
Hold on, I can look it up real quick.
By the way, did you know that Harley is now a Chevy?
No, that's what kind of fucking bullshit is that?
So,
I thought the Harley looked okay, a little gaudy, but...
Well, hold up. The original Harleys looked fucking badass on the round eye F-150s. Okay? But the second generation were like, they were cool. I mean, it's back when the F-150s got the 4 headlights, like early 2000s.
Yeah.
But then it's, while you're looking up that, I'll look up this. So what they did was, it's a outfitter, and I forgot the name of the outfitter, but they don't just do, I think it's not Hennessy.
Fuck, it was the FX4, but it was...
fuck yeah.
It has like red lines in the grill. FX4 appearance package, maybe?
Yeah, I know the FX4. That was sport truck.
Oh my god, that thing looks so fucking clean. Yeah, it was only in gray, black, and white, which you really shouldn't have another color other than red maybe for anything. But dude, just I don't know. I love the body style. It's not like over the top. The wheels look good. Fuck. I'm trying to find the specific one that. This one here.
Have you ever heard of Tuscany trucks?
I haven't.
Tuscany was mid 2000s.
It's on
it'll
be on the stream in a couple seconds.
Yeah, I got one pulled up. Tuscany, you could buy a.
It's the 2016 one.
Yeah, I know what it is. I like them. I forgot what they actually did besides the parents package, but I like the way they fucking look.
The fucking interior is also impressive. Like it's just your basic like Ford leather seats or whatever, but it's just got this red stitching on everything.
Okay. So since you got that pulled up on stream, I'm sending you this through Discord.
Okay.
And this is Tuscany. I knew them early 2000s, mid 2000s. So they were outfitters. Okay, so if you wanted to get a sport truck already lowered with a supercharger, and you wanted it on Bilsteins with full JBL audio already installed,
nice.
Tuscany would do it for you. So you could go to your Chevy dealer, not any dealer, but like certain ones, and they can say, hey, I can custom order you a Tuscany truck, and it would come fully done, okay? And because the windshield said Tuscany on it, a lot of guys would buy them, take them to car shows, because it was like one of like 8,000, right?
Dude,
so you had these boomers who would keep them. On the website I sent you?
Yeah, bro, the fucking dualies look like spaceships. They look like fucking Mars rovers.
Yeah, so Tuscany got the Harley contract. So they came out with Ford and Chevy Harley packages. But they have like, because I know them, I forgot that they existed, because they make the FTX, which is those double, it's like cowl induction hoods, basically.
Yeah.
But they also made the Black Ops, and there's a couple Black Ops running around where I live.
Yeah.
So I was like, you'd see a Black Ops F-150, and you're like, that's fucking badass, man. But the Harley truck is just like, that's what got me thinking about Tuscany, is because it fits exactly in line with what they do.
Yeah, the Black Ops dually. That thing is fucking ridiculous. But yeah, the Harleys look clean as fuck. All of them. They did they do the Raptor. Black Ops Raptor.
Yeah, they do everything.
Oh my god, dude. How expensive is this fucking thing?
One of the ones I was looking at was like $99.
It doesn't even have a price, it's fucking dumb.
Well, it's like the Shelby trucks, right?
Yeah.
Like there's
what do you think about show cars? Like any of the SHO things?
In high school, a buddy had a show Taurus.
Isn't that like such a sleeper, dude?
The fucking Yamaha motor? Yeah, it's goddamn insane.
And nobody would ever think
that, like, even back then.
They don't even look ugly. Like the Ford Taurus forever was like, they fucked up the design so many times.
Yeah, and it's like that was always SHO. That was always the idea of like AMG back in the day, right? Where it's like if you didn't know to look for certain little details on a car, you would have said that's a normal car. And whether it's a SHO or it was a AMG, it'd be like, no. That's got 2 exhaust tips, and it has that, the lip on the front bumper is different. You're like, that's not 200 horsepower. That's fucking 400 horsepower.
Yeah.
In a fucking 4-door car that looks like everything else in the parking lot. You're like, it's fucking badass.
Yeah, it's like that's
well, like, look at the new Taurus, right? No one bought them, and I still fucking want one. I still want a SHO. I want a all-wheel drive Taurus. Those were like 400 or 500 horsepower from the factory.
Yeah, 400. I'm trying to think
For the new one.
Yeah, the 2019, but they have
Did
it
it
like
back up,
2016. That body style goes back to 2016. I think I like the 1989 one or something. It looks like
the
a Fox
first generation
body.
Taurus.
Yeah.
But you got to get it in blue. If you get the first gen, you got to get it in blue though.
Yeah, I just pulled up a picture of a blue one. It just looks kind of like I don't know, just 80s, but at the same time, it looks like a piece of shit. But you could probably blow the doors off a lot of people.
I mean, they were just cool fucking cars, man.
Damn. This one, I'm pulling one up. It looks pretty cool. It's like a render though. They should have made it look like this. If they would have made it look like this, it probably would have sold more. Apparently, it's like, it's, you know, kind of weird in the turns, but also the way they made the car, it's hard to see out of the front and stuff, and it sits up high instead of low. I guess that's part of it to blend in.
It drove exactly how you think it looks when my buddy had one. So I'm trying to see if reserve not met. I'm trying to find. Damn, I need a price. So while I'm looking for this, damn, dude, I keep finding ones that didn't sell.
The modern ones are like the 80s
No, the
ones.
first generation. Yeah. I keep going through listings of cars that.
Oh, they have a fucking wagon version.
Of which generation?
The 89, I think, the first one.
They had a SHO wagon.
On, I gotta figure this out. It's so funny. So many fucking
that's
acronyms.
Radwood shit. I mean, that's what Radwood's about, right?
I think so. 80s cars?
80s and 90s. I'm trying to find
Oh no,
one.
they dropped the wagon the year they made the SHO cars.
Okay, so God damn. Okay, so first generation sold for $6,500. Second generation sold for $2,900. That was in 2019, January.
Damn, that's not even bad.
Yep.
I mean,
well, okay, but this is 2 years ago.
Did you send me a Oh God, I want to say it was a Nissan or something, but it had like it was like a limousine car. It's like. Oh,
Century?
No, I think my friend sent me that.
I don't think I've sent you.
But it was like a oh, I can't remember. It was some Japanese brand that's fairly common, but it was a car in the 80s, and it just had like you could control everything from the back seat and stuff.
The Century. Did it come with a V10?
I think it did.
Toyota Crown.
Was it a Toyota?
Yeah, look up Toyota Crown, or type in Toyota Crown Century. It's one or the other, and type in V10.
Yeah, that's what it was, the Toyota Century.
Yep,
oh God, those have V12s.
Oh, was it the V12? I'm sorry, my bad.
Dude, it's got fucking. They have like a version with suicide doors.
Okay, so yeah, so going back to the history of that car, it's always been a diplomat car, so it's always been presidential, right? So you always had, if you were the president of a company, that was the norm for you to have.
Right.
So that was the legacy that they had. So they just kept cranking out these cars, like the newest version, which is not in the United States, but like it's very different. Like it's almost its own line of cars. Okay.
Yeah,
and
I
they've
gotcha.
always made those. It's been
Dude, when they're lowered
there's
and
a very
slammed, they look
different.
so fucking good.
And see the first generation, the first modern generation. So you're going back to like 90s. Those are 25 years old now. So like now that they're coming into the States, you're seeing them because like Doug DeMuro did a video last year with one, and he was like, "This thing has a fucking everything was in the back seat.
Yeah,
Like I think it had a TV. Like it was a whole thing.
You could move the seats from the back.
Yeah,
It's real cool shit like that. Dude, this thing is
Pepsi
out of this world.
has. Speaking of Japanese and like some of the flavors they have, Pepsi apple pie is the new flavor.
Ugh. What the fuck?
Pepsi apple pie will be given away to 1,500 fans, and it's Pepsi apple pie #sweepstakes.
Why the fuck would I
So
want
it's
that?
going on sale Tuesday. So I don't know if it went on sale yet. No, I guess it's today. So it went on sale today.
I wonder.
You can't buy this seasonal drink in stores. Wait. And you have to have it at a... What? So they're giving it away, I guess. So it's a sweepstakes. So all they're doing is they're trying to get people to do the hashtag to drum up publicity. And if enough people do, they'll release it for Christmas, I bet. It's like Pepsi Cucumber.
Damn, how fucking cool. Dude, this car is just sick. Like, just
Yeah, man.
must be so comfortable. Well, and then also the one that I'm looking at, this guy named Tazo or Tazo, Taazo. He redid the whole outside, slammed the body. I guess
They're
it has
badass
the
cars,
I
man.
guess it has the V8 in it, but I'm not sure. But or V12.
But see, the whole thing, their whole concept of the V12 is it's the same thing as Mercedes or Rolls Royce.
Rolls Royce, yeah. It's quiet.
Where they just wanted a very big engine that was never stressed to maximize how smooth of a ride it had. And they just wanted you to be in a boat that was on wheels. You just wanted to just barely touch the gas and go, and this is all about comfort. They didn't want to feel the shifts or anything.
Speaking of boats, I'm gonna find it for you. But there's a boat that has Rolls Royce engines in it, and I always thought that it was just, where the fuck is it? I always thought that this boat just looked so like cool. I gotta find it though. This is gonna be hard to find because I bet there's a lot of Rolls Royce engines.
It looks so
and a lot of
badass on
things.
Yeah, so what you're looking at on screen hanging from the rearview mirror,
Yeah, what is
that's
that?
the
do you
VIP.
know?
It's a VIP style. So if you look at their back seats, I'm willing to bet he had a lace cover over the seats as well. Yeah, just type in Toyota Century VIP on Google or on Pinterest, and I'll see you next week.
Yeah, right.
Like that's how I got like Pinterest. My Pinterest is nothing but just cars.
Yeah, Pinterest is cool. Like, there's it's
It
kind
is
of
useless.
like women like it a lot, but you can find like if you're looking for ideas or something like that.
No, yeah, I have one for cars and one for guns.
Nice.
So the boat you're talking about is a wooden boat. It's called a Dispatch 33 foot. It's got the V12 Rolls Royce.
Maybe the thing that I remember, it was all
Wait,
black. I'm trying to find it still. Fuck, where was it?
It's not on YouTube.
This is gonna bug me.
It was like, I think it was like Merlin engines too. Boats are a rabbit hole, dude. I know I've gone down that rabbit hole one too many times and just pulled out. Like I can't. I have enough problems with cars.
It wasn't like a yacht. It wasn't that big, but it was like big, and I think it had a cabin in it, but kind of small. But it looks so fucking cool.
By the way, I clicked on search, and my Google account said, "Did you mean Merlin powered boat?"
Yeah.
Please explain to me. Either I think like Google, or maybe,
No, that's
just
listening to
maybe,
you.
it's a little bit listening.
No, it definitely is. I think people have proved that. Well, they could be scams, mind you, but. Oh man, what's fucked
That's a
up is
rabbit hole, dude.
I saw this on a website that it was like, it was one of those websites where it just had like the most insane expensive shit on it. Like, you know, if you had just dumbass money, you could buy stuff from this website. I swear
Yeah,
I
I know.
found this once.
But see, like, there's the matching Lamborghini boat that was released. There's the two Corvette boats, the Lamborghini boat. I think Porsche made a boat.
Didn't Bugatti make one?
Did they?
Or no, they
I'll
made
look that up.
watches. Bugatti made a line of watches.
Yeah. Porsche made a phone too. Oh goddamn! I typed in watch. Boat, motherfucker. Bugatti boat.
Jeez.
Okay, no, you're right. The $4 million Bugatti and the net 66 yacht. So that matches the. That's cool. But see, like, those things lost their appeal once you realize that it's just a color scheme. Like, it's not really made by them. They just work with a manufacturer.
Yeah, it's just the aesthetics, and I think, golly, I want to say it was still a nice company that made the watches, and I think it started with a B as well.
I'm not going down this rabbit
Yeah,
hole
no,
on
dude,
watches.
I know-
That's a whole nother
I know,
episode
like-
because I have watches.
Do you like movements and shit?
Yeah.
Do you have like a
Turbulence is
favorite?
the issue. So you're talking about the Jacob and Company Bugatti Chiron Tourbillon.
Tourbillon, yeah, that
Jacob,
one.
it's Jacob and Company's very well done. I don't want to go down the watch rabbit hole because
If you don't know about it, you know the Seiko Grandmaster?
Mm-hmm.
The movement that is in those, it's the Sonic Drive movement. That thing is fucking sick. Just the amount of technology they have in there. It's a mechanical movement, so it charges, or it winds itself, but it's also got like a quartz diode in it, so you get the the timekeeping of quartz, but you never have to change the battery. It's very cool. But literally, like, whoever invented that was like, if they hadn't been building watches, they'd have been building nukes or something, because it's just so...
Well, look up the quartz outage. Like, look up of how a quartz shortage changed the watch industry.
Damn.
And then turn around and look up the difference between Seiko and Grand Seiko. Like, Grand Seiko's is my weakness.
It's the best quality, like, bang for your buck, and they look good, too. I would say in terms of quality, people shit on Seiko, but again, that Sonic Drive, fuck, I think that's what it's called. Hold on, let me make sure. It is it would rival like any Rolex movement.
Do that, but kinetic charging method.
Let's see.
I'm not seeing Seiko Sonic Drives. That's why I
No.
didn't correct you, but I don't see anything.
Seiko.
I don't
been a
know the
while.
movement numbers, but the person I talk watches to, that's normally how he refers to them. Is he'll just give me the watch, and then we'll talk movements, and then geek out from there. Kinetic, Seiko Kinetic watch.
No, it's not that. I will find it
You charge it with a toothbrush charger.
here. Hold
Seems
on,
to
I'll
be,
find it for you. I'm having a fucked up night with remembering things. Alright, movements.
I'm logging off.
Spring
Not
drive.
like in
It's
a couple
called,
of minutes.
Yeah, it's called the spring drive. So the movement uses a mainspring as a source of energy and transmits it through a gear train like a traditional mechanical watch. But instead of an escapement and balance wheel, Seiko uses something called tri-synchro regulator, which acts like a quartz movement. It controls the mechanical energy, generates electricity, and the quartz crystal oscillator generates a magnetic force to regulate the glide wheel. So like when you have a when you have a mechanical watch, the problem you run into is it's not as accurate as a quartz watch. But you know, people want mechanical watches because they're just, oh yeah, and the Seiko spring drive was the first watch in space. So the Seiko
Look up
spring
the
drive.
look up how they tested them. So I didn't realize how like some of the tests they do like didn't quite make sense. But then the other ones, they were like, well, we disqualified it because of X, Y, and Z. And you're like, wait, you mean this watch did better than everyone else, but because it didn't do one thing, you disqualified it? Like, wouldn't that be the better watch? So like, that is real watch nerd shit where you're like, look, like, I'd have to send you the video tomorrow.
Yeah, like
it was a
bad
complete
designs.
breakdown of the NASA tests that they did for the moon and the 10 watches that they went through and why each watch was disqualified.
Damn. Have you ever looked into like when they choose the guns for special forces?
You mean the whoever has the lowest bid?
Well, yeah, but like, so when they did the hand, yeah, it's the government. I mean, what do you expect? But when they did the new handgun, which I think H&K got the contract, but basically they said, okay, it has to have a silencer, it has to have like an integrated laser. It has to weigh X amount of pounds. It has to hold X amount of rounds, like, and this and this and this. And then so the first round, the gun had to meet all those requirements. Then they would narrow it down to the second round, and they're like, okay, now the barrel has to be this short. And they want like an ambidextrous mag release, or, you know, just more shit. And then they get to the final round, and then you'd have this gun that's been through 3 generations already, and it's never even been into production, and it's just so fucking cool. Like, there are some features in the second generations that they like I would like to have that got phased out for the third generation just to make it more reliable and stuff, but just genius shit that doesn't even go to production.
So one of the guns that you're talking about, like, it keeps going through the was I forgot what branch got the contract, but it was at SHOT Show this year. And it was the SIG rifle, and it shoots 277, and it's called the SIG Fury. So they made a new cartridge, and then turned around and made a new gun to go with it. So I sent it to you in DMs for you to like just look at it on screen. But like that's one of those examples of that where they're like they have already gone through so many of these changes, and that's like forgotten weapons. Like I love hearing the history of those because it goes back to like, oh, by the way, like they made this guy sunk his entire life savings into making 3 generations for the military, and at the 3rd generation they said no, and he was out $500,000. And by the way, they only made 7 of these guns, and he lived, you know, and the guy died penniless. And you're like, holy fuck, that is insane.
I know,
So, like,
sometimes nobody appreciates anything until after.
Yeah, well, look at the Baby Deagle, like was it the 40 caliber semi-automatic? Like that was a military contract.
Really?
You know, and those are really good fucking guns. You know, it's like, I mean, like it's just another one of the things, like there's so many branches of the military that have these contracts that you're like, you'll see a gun, they're like, oh, blah, 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 like the following gun was retired this year, and you're like, I didn't even know it was in service.
Yeah, the military, they do a lot of funny things, and it's...
The testings is interesting, yeah. I do want to go back to the videos. I want to show you two things before I get off in a little bit.
This fucking black boat is driving me fucking crazy. But when I do find it, I'll send it to you. Alrighty. So what's the first video?
Okay, so we were talking about oil injections.
Yeah, synthol.
Like 2 episodes. Yeah, okay, synthol. Yeah. Okay, so there was a guy that I remembered. This guy, and he was known for doing synthol injections. And
the Russian dude
bugging me. One of them.
Yeah, I think that's pretty popular over there.
God damn it. Is it on the wrong playlist? Hang on. So I found this guy. So this was my rabbit hole. So I remember this fucking guy, and I did some insane fucking digging to find him. So don't tell me I lost this goddamn video. Is it on the wrong list?
You added it to your watch later list or something?
And I promise you it's not there.
Huh.
Okay. I gotta find this goddamn video again. So I spent way too long on Russian YouTube trying to find videos of this guy. And what I figured out was he was in a slapping contest.
Oh, yeah. No, that's the guy that I'm thinking of. Penguin Zero made a fucking video about him. Or Critical, whatever you want to call him.
I didn't... No,
I think his name's Vitaly or something like that.
I've heard him called Vitaly, but I didn't know that. I thought that was... Okay, here it is. Go to, in my playlist, go to the video called Punchdown Number 2 Final. Started at 2:48.
Dude, do you know what number
I was starting to panic for a second. It's towards the bottom of the
number
list.
Number 2 Final, I got you.
Yeah, so go to it should start at 2:40. Oh, 2:44. Now I feel fucking stupid. I fucking did all this shit trying to find this goddamn guy when someone else made a video on it. God damn it.
Okay.
2:43, 2:44. It's up to you.
Yeah. All right, 2:44.
Yeah, I vaguely remembered seeing this at one point. So I dug through a bunch of slapping videos, and then I discovered that there was Russian women spanking contest, but there was only 2 contests ever that I could find recorded. So I didn't save that for us.
The fuck would be the point of that without recording it, you fucking assholes?
So I guess it was like something they did twice and didn't do it no more. But it was like 2 girls would spank each other the hardest, but it was only like 2 girls.
One second.
That was the entire thing. So to whoever's listening, like, it was completely, you know, exactly what you thought it was in another country. Like, both girls are wearing, like, halter tops, leather pants, spanking each other in high heels. They would spank each other, high five, hug, and then turn around and slap each other again. And you're like, okay, like, I guess this is the worst porn ever, but it was there. It existed. So I couldn't find a whole lot of it, so I don't know if I can save that shit for us. I did find a video we may watch after this one. It's the defeat of the champion of slapping, which is fucking interesting as fuck that this guy got just slapped the fuck out.
Alright, I'm back.
So we're gonna watch 1 minute of the next 3 videos.
Alright, cool.
So what's your timestamp?
2:46.
I forget that it saves it, then I bumped it and it fucking fucked it up. Okay, you ready?
Yep. 3, 2, 1, go. Is it just the very next one?
Oops. Yes.
Ooh, fuck. right in the beginning. You have a timestamp for this one?
It's all 0.
Okay. You ready?
Yeah.
3, 2, 1, go.
You know,
Oh,
as
dude,
we're
that
watching this, it
sound.
dawned on me. I forgot to show you the Russian guy. That was the whole goddamn purpose of this
Vasily,
video.
yep.
What's up, guys? Lifter Power here.
Where the
Finally,
fuck? Hang
here
on.
I am after a long break. So the topic of today is the
This doesn't
defeat
have the
of
timestamp.
the
Is the
ex-champion
problem? That's
Vasily
what happened.
Kamoski, the ex-champion
Oh.
of the famous
That's what it is.
slapping
Okay, hold up.
challenge, also called
Because he
slap
slapped the goddamn
boxing,
fuck out of
that
Vasily.
supposedly
Go
was
to
created over here.
102. Sorry.
No, you're good.
That's why. I know, because I had it. I save them when they're ready. Like, I have this stuff ready, but it doesn't.
I've
Sometimes
found
if I watch all
the
of it
boat.
and then rewind it and then save it,
I have
put it on
found
screen.
the boat. It is called the Hedonist. And let me show you how fucking sick this thing is.
Just put it on screen.
Alright. Yeah, there's one picture. Oh. I want to find the black one because the black one really gets me going. Well, it's actually a mahogany boat. Believe it or not.
Mahogany?
In any
Fucking
case,
Chris
yeah,
Craft shit. See, that's my weakness, is like
just the way it looks. It's so fucking cool looking. Like, it's not big, but like you roll up in that, everybody's gonna know you're king shit. Now, I don't even know if they made this boat, but there's the interior. You can see it's just like a cool little. I'll sit on the interior for a second, but it's just kind of like a little chill room on the inside. I don't know why.
watching the stream. Like, you know you're fucked up when they're shoving smelling salts under you and you're still passing out. Like, you got the fuck knocked out of you.
Get up. Alright, let's see. Yeah, you
Yeah,
can
those
kinda see
a
the
lot of those
interior.
like mega yachts where they're like, you know, it has its own landing pad, blah 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 blah. A lot of those that just like they hype this shit up, and some of those I've looked into like a year later, and you're like, yeah, we're just still waiting on someone from Dubai to buy one so we can make it. And you're like, oh, you motherfuckers.
I know, that's what I feel like about this. Well, like, a lot of it looks like just renderings, but there's a
Oh,
bunch of
fuck, I
pictures of
know
it.
this boat.
It's just...
Yeah, okay, so this, I know what you're talking about. This is one of those like Pinterest for billionaire kind of websites.
Yes.
And you're like, I don't know if this got made. Now that you got the name of it, maybe you can find it out. But I know what you're. I've seen this boat before.
Exactly. Like, it's... If you can...
It's always the same 10 pictures.
If I could find an up-close picture of it...
That looks real.
The
On the replay,
details.
that looks... Wait, go back to the last picture. In the title, it said sold. The problem is I'm watching replays, so I don't
you're good.
know.
That's
You're on your own.
it's just a picture of it.
That looks real though, right?
No, it's definitely real. It's like 2017. Because there's some pictures of people partying on them and shit.
Well, that's
My
if it's the
God,
right
dude, the
boat,
ass on
right?
this- Oh, and like I've got a picture pulled up of like the control center. You'll see it in a second. It's just so... It's like... It looks like you're sitting in a Rolls Royce. But yeah, it's got like a little interior, nothing crazy. It's probably, you know, $20 million, but just the way that the front end kind of like tapers off and then, oh, I don't know why. I remember...
This is styling of this.
Ever since I saw that, I was like, fuck. And then, here, I'll pull it up. It's got that, like,
That picture of the boat bottom left where it's trolling through the water, is that it? Is that real?
Oh, I'm not sure. I found some good pictures. It's definitely real. Yeah, someone's selling one. It's a 62-foot thing. So yeah, it's not even as much as I thought. It's between 3.45 million to 3.95 million euros. Yeah, Rolls-Royce water jet propulsion. The reason why they use Rolls-Royce is just like you said, is it's like a huge motor, but it's very quiet and smooth.
Yeah, and Rolls has been making airplanes and boats for like the last 100 years.
Oh, dude, yeah. So a video.
I don't remember any of the details off the top of my head, but like I was looking at how hard it is to take how to waterize an engine. Like because I mean like how to, yeah, cause it's everything has to change. All it is it's the basic block design and that's it. No. Yeah. But like it's because I mean if nothing else, think of one concept. Like you're talking peak horsepower on a street or peak on a street car is going to be in spurts. Where on a boat you're running that bitch at 5,000 RPM for hours possibly. Like it's a completely different ball game with that. So like there's a place in Georgia that sells marine LSs and no, I mean just a normal boat. Like it's the same concept. Like just a basic fucking put an Ellis in anything, right? So you want one boat, they fucking yeah. But it's fucking badass, man. It looks nice. But no, I mean like because they make them for outboards or inboards. If you want two inboards, they'll sell them to you in a pair. If you are designing that engine for an outboard, they got that too.
Two LSs.
Well, but like it's not unheard of to have 4 outboards.
No, it's not.
600 horsepower apiece.
That's such a heavy fucking
any
boat, man.
speedboat.
Just trying to like.
On the
if
outboard?
you ever have to take it out of the water, no. Like if you had 2 V8s in your boat, yeah, it's obviously like a yacht at that point.
No, or a tobacco boat, speedboat. I mean, 2 engines side by side is normal for most classes that are once they get bigger.
Yeah, I feel you on that. Anyways, back to the slaps. Oh, Cletus. Okay. Do you remember that boat that Cletus was on? It was a twin turbo.
That was Finnegan's boat.
Yeah.
That was
That fucking dude. I remember when I watched. There's one particular angle in that video when it's like the last pull, and you just see like all the sides just start to blur. It's so fast.
Yeah.
Like shit
I like
scares
Finnegan.
me.
Finnegan's the only reason I used to watch that Motor Trend. I didn't like his co-host.
Oh yeah, he was in the American version of Top Gear too, right?
I didn't watch the American. I remember LeBlanc was in it.
But yeah,
a bunch of other guys.
I used to watch that show. I'm just remembering it now, where they would do the shit where they'd buy a shitty car. They'd do like a budget build or whatever, and you had to do all the work yourself. And they would do like one for fuel economy and one for racing and just all kinds of different stuff.
Let's watch this so I can go to bed.
102?
I got one video after this. Yeah, 102.
3, 2. Oh, let me change the quality. And okay. 3, 2, 1, go. Whoa. Dude, he ate that shit.
Fucking Russian.
There's the synth. You got slapped
I'm
into a
happy.
different universe.
Of the guy
I'm happy. That's
in
all I
the
wanted
right.
you to watch
What
was that
the
because I
fuck
spent
is going
so
on,
much
man?
time
From
going
the
through
beginning
Russian
of the match
videos that
to
I
the
couldn't
end,
read
the
the
fate.
name of the video and scrolling through shit for an hour trying to find this goddamn clip I halfway remembered.
Yeah, isn't that like that's basically what I just did with that fucking boat. I was like, I know this fucker exists, and Rolls Royce just had to make a fucking boat, so it's impossible to search for this thing.
Well, their engines are in everything. They've been making boat engines forever.
Well, I mean, but they
on the
made
next
their
video,
own.
just mute it. It's just a guy talking about it.
What the
It's not-
hell? Who's
Yeah,
that
man,
light
so-
guy? Is he about to get like reborn?
The next video is when people show off their fake muscles.
Is it the yes. Damn.
Yeah, I think you're watching the video that I stopped. Sorry.
Oh, I've seen her on that hooked
I
on the
haven't.
look Snapchat thing.
Yeah,
Her
see, I
cheeks.
don't.
She
So,
seems like a
okay,
pretty
hang on,
like
wait.
normal
Just
person.
let's count it
despite-
down, and then you can tell me about her.
Oh, okay, you want to go all zeros?
Yeah. it's
3,
fine.
2, 1, go. Yeah, like I'm
Okay,
addicted
so,
to that hooked
is
on the
it-
look story on Snapchat, and she was on one of the most
I don't do
recent ones.
Snapchat. I just do the YouTube. So what is it?
Uh,
What's in her face? Is
so
it
she's got so
simple?
much work done to her face. Those cheeks are actually, I think they're like silicone plates or something like that.
So it's like the hard kind, like the fake pecs?
Yeah, and then she does get like fillers and stuff. Oh, apparently she's a mechanic.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh no, I guess they
Allegedly.
are. I guess it is synthol.
Fuck, I don't know, dude.
Zombie alpaca lips. That's so funny.
Yeah, I don't.
Oh
Yeah,
God!
yeah.
Look
So
at
that guy in
Look
the
at his
blue shirt, I've watched
forearms.
him. So he shows it in a second where he does something that looks like a cell phone stuck in his arm on his left arm.
Dude, it
Is
looks like
not?
an
The way it's perfectly
Xbox
square.
power brick.
Thank you. That's better. Yeah. Fuck yeah. He's
Dude,
like, look at me. I'm
Xbox
lifting empty
360.
paint cans. Empty paint cans all day.
He's got the
Them hoes up
forearms
locking.
of like a 14-year-old.
Yeah, man.
And his pecs, he did his pecs.
Aren't
This
even.
guy did- oh
yeah,
my
this guy in the
God.
black shirt is one of my. They look like boobs. He has boobs on his arms.
Well, like, I wonder just... I mean, I could understand doing a little bit if you're like a bodybuilder or something, and like you just want to be...
I think
you
it's
just
more
want to be...
common than we realize.
You just want to be fucking grotesque, you know?
There's my boy
But there's your boy.
doing push-ups next to his motorcycle.
I think he had to get him drained recently.
He did. It got okay. The guy in the red shirt. Wait for it. He shows it where it jiggles.
Ooh.
Bloop.
It is so weird.
Yeah, I saw. But totally, all this stuff is old with him because he got it drained because it got infected.
Yeah. The coolest thing about having muscles is when ladies feel them, they're like super hard, and like they're always shocked by it. But God, if
It's
some lady
almost
felt
like-
their muscles, it'd feel like a tit.
It felt like a bad tit at that. Okay, the video's over with. The rest of it's just workout fails. If you want to kill time, go down this guy's channel. OE Fitness. Highly recommend this motherfucker. Cannot recommend this guy enough.
Have I told you?
goes
Go ahead.
in every goddamn group for like finding fails online, and like he just spends his entire day when he's not training people finding bullshit in that people have just posted and makes these collab videos. He like, I've not been watching him as much for the last like 2-3 months, but I know a while back he was posting one video every day at 9 o'clock in the morning. And every video was like 6 minutes of the latest shit he found the day before.
Now, have I told you about DankNet?
No, what's up?
Okay, so bro, I'm so glad we met each other, cause like you are the exact person that is gonna love this shit. First of all, he's an amazing content creator. He's kind of like down the rabbit hole, but a lot of his videos have to do with people in the YouTube fitness community, and I want you to watch either his video. The first one you should watch is I'm gonna find the title for you, but there's an individual named Big Lenny.
I know that name.
So it's 2
Whoa,
years ago.
I got it.
It's Big Lenny, the Tom Platz of abs.
Tales from Genova verse part 1.
And then so once you watch that, then you'll actually learn about Jason Genova, who is just...
And that's okay. By the way, that's the first video is that one. Second video is Who is Big Lenny? And then third video is Jason Genova and the Masked Unsub from
You
Dank.
have to... Okay, so after that video is even...
Okay, I'll watch them in order.
Yeah, if you watch that one third, it'll be the perfect intro, and then you can go back, and there's like just I really fucking wish that he would make more videos. Like I think he's like my favorite content creator that just makes kind of like small not low production value, because the editing is good and stuff. But it's just like nobody knows what he looks like. He's just kind of an incognito guy. He has a second channel where he talks about like really spooky shit. Like there's this guy apparently that was eating people in China, and he's like out walking around now or something like that. But
send me that video when you find it.
Yeah, you might like that second channel too. I'm gonna just send you his channel. With the second channel, it's called Infamous Archives. It's under his channels tab thing in Discord.
Okay.
Damn, that SIG looks fucking sick.
But they like OE Fitness used to do that for a long time. About like he would just create content and talk about it, and then YouTube gave him strikes because he wasn't showing his face, and they said that he was bullying, and he was like, okay, look, here's what I'll do. When someone fucks up, instead of laughing at them for using a Smith machine like a maggot, what we're going to do is I'm going to draw little arrows and say, this is how you use a machine like a real person, as long as it's not a Smith machine. So he would do that, and then they said it wasn't enough, that it wasn't educational, it was still bullying, that he had to show his face. So that's why, like, eventually he started showing his face, because how YouTube has changed over the last year. But going back to, like, a throwback, as if we planned all this, even though we fucking didn't, like, quality producing content, like, goes back to, like, Red Ice versus Ethan. Like, I'm really surprised that Red Ice doesn't make more because of how insanely good that quality is.
I feel you. He even has a guy from the fitness community that thinks he's being gang stalked. Like he runs the gamut of everything you would want to see.
I know that story. Okay, so I know some of these people that you're talking about.
He even has a video
some of the stuff
on
that
your
he's
boy,
done,
Kirill,
I know about.
The guy that did synthol in his arms.
Fuck yeah.
But there you go. Those are the 4 you should watch, and
they're added to my list.
Yeah, I put them in the Discord. Discord DMs. But yeah, dude, dang that I can't recommend enough. It's just quality, very entertaining. Not like you can watch it or you can listen to it. It's like versatile like that, and his voice isn't that irritating. He has some music in his videos, but it's not too much. But it'll just like his content really introduced me to lolcows in a way that like I hadn't looked at them before, and especially with the fitness community. Like there's a video of Big Lenny where Big Lenny and Jason Genova and a lot of those people, they're called the Del Rey Misfits. And
okay, now that makes sense because I've heard of them. Because at some point, someone brought. Who was the guy that after Big Lenny? What's the name that you said after that?
Jason Genova.
Someone brought that up on one of Rogan's stream, Like one of the guys was like, "You gotta check this motherfucker out."
Oh my god, he is so funny. Like, he's called, his nickname is the Iron Extortionist, cause he'll be like, "Yeah, guys, I'm selling shirts and this and this," and one time like there's this other guy that's part of the Delray Misfits that's like the only normal one, and he's trying to help Jason, and like he finds receipts in his car from Dunkin' Donuts from that morning, and he on live stream he like chews him out, and it's like he's yelling at a fucking ape. Like Jason Genova, he looks like a monkey, he acts like a monkey, he's so funny. He, like, even when he lies, you can tell it's like a 6-year-old. Like, no, I can't find my report card, I don't know where it is, I must have lost it. Like that type of shit.
What the fuck? I forgot who it was. It was one of these, like, influencers, quote unquote, on Instagram, where it's like some, Fitspo model, where she sells, bubbly tea with your discount code,
Dude,
blah, blah, blah. Well, she did this.
He made a video on that, I think, Danknet. The bubble tea?
About the girl who...
Oh, God, it was that green
who scammed everyone.
Yeah, it was so funny.
Okay, yeah. Okay, so I found that Chinese.
Yeah, it was an Asian
cannibal.
lady.
But yeah, there was some girl and she scammed like $1 million out of like something. I forgot what it was, but it was something that never came to fruition. Like it was like,
oh
if you donate money, I'll send you product.
I have
and
to
like no one got
called?
anything.
Dude, I'm trying to think of the name. It was
I don't remember because I never followed her, and like my girl didn't follow her, but like she knew who she was peripherally, and then I told her the story, and she was like, "Okay, I've heard makeup people talk about this girl too," and I was like, "So here's the real story behind that." So like, she was supposed to do refunds, no one got refunds, and then she just ignored it, and she was like, "New life." Who?
PewDiePie did a video on her.
I don't watch PewDiePie.
Jilly Juice.
I mean, after he said my favorite word, I should have followed him more.
Jilly Juice. Jilly Juice. That's who you're talking about, right?
I don't remember her name. I just remember that everyone was supposed to get rebates. They never got them, and then
apparently, people started to have strokes and shit because they would only drink Jilly Juice.
Oh, I'm talking about something else. This was like makeup or T-shirts or something. What are you talking about? The one I'm talking about was they were supposed to get something. Like, if she got $1 million, she was going to launch a product, and then when it didn't happen, people wanted money back. She said, too bad.
Hold on, I know someone.
It was makeup.
I know someone
makeup.
that
That's
might
what
know.
it was.
Hold on. Hey. Hey, what was that makeup YouTuber that, like, was supposed to send out makeup and she never did, and everybody...
I do vaguely remember Jilly Juice, though.
Started hating on her.
What I was thinking about was makeup. Then, like, my girl's sleeping, so I'm not gonna wake her up to ask her about someone who scammed a makeup.
So there's someone that
Jilly
I know
Juice, PewDiePie.
Yeah, Jilly
when
Juice.
drinking her juice, actually, okay, she was on Dr. Phil.
But,
okay, I know this story.
There's a girl named Brittany Dawn that was like.
That sounds familiar.
She was supposed to send fitness routines and like personalized.
That's it. That's
yes.
it. That's her.
Dude,
yeah,
I fucking
security when dating, refunds. I love how we don't follow. Like, I don't follow the beauty community. My girl does. I don't. But
this is exactly what just happened.
Fucks up so bad.
I just asked
when someone
the girl.
Fucks up so bad. Yeah, like mine's sleeping. I don't want to wake her up and be like, "Hey, who was the girl who scammed everyone?"
This is important
like,
right now.
The fuck? I don't know, man. I'd be like, "Look, wake the fuck up. Who scammed everyone for foundation?"
But yeah, Brittany Dawn was
that no one got.
Copy and pasting shit into her email and just sending the same shit to everybody or something like that.
Yeah, because she's had multiple scams, and like after the big fiasco, like fast forward a year later, she did like another thing, and it was you talk about a fucking money making scam. Was I think it was Logan Paul or Jake. It was one of the Paul brothers. They did these online classes on how to be an influencer, right? So if you paid them money, they did exclusive webinars. And like no one, as far as most people figured out, no one signed up for these classes except YouTubers who were going to make videos about it.
Yeah. I remember
And like
something
it
to that
never
effect.
happened. Yeah, it never happened. So, and like the other thing was someone I'd follow, like really signed up for all of their shit, and they contacted a company. So at the end of the website, he said, "Hey, if you buy these books for $200, you know, these following classes by other people also teach you stuff." So they reached out to these people and they were like, "Are you aware that Jake Paul is selling your fucking books?" And they're
Probably like I'm charging the fuck out of them too. That's like a $5 ebook or something.
Okay, so what it was like 7 out of the 8 people, no comment. Their teams didn't respond. One of them finally explained it, and they said, "Okay, so what it is it's the same publisher that all of us buy into these like classes, and the same management company that Jake signed on with also did other celebrity books."
Yeah, it's
So
like
if you
a
clicked over
pyramid scheme almost.
kinda, but like whenever you looked at like the classes that like I can't remember any of these like these people that like teach you how to like live life better in 12 steps to crush at life kind of bullshit things.
Just read a book a day. That was
yeah,
the
one of
first
those
guy
people.
that ever did it.
And but they were like, when you dug into the classes that he was selling on their website, there were like 7 classes ago. They weren't the new ones. So what it is whenever the class has pretty much run its course and no one's buying it anymore, they kick it to another management company, and that management company says, if you buy the Jake Paul book or the class, we'll throw in another class for half off. So you can get another one for $100.
There
And
literally is
all of
no
them are
overhead.
under the same management company. So so if you sign up for Jake Paul, you can also get TD Jake's How to Live a Better Life class. But the class was from like 2012.
Yeah, like that's
and it's $100.
Oh my God.
And that's what it was. But if you went to TD Jake's website, you could also get it for $50.
Yeah, that's what I mean. I knew it. Those greedy motherfuckers, they couldn't just like sell it for the normal price. Not only did they have to like rip off content or whatever, they got to double the price and shit.
Yeah, but all of it's, I'm a celebrity, here's how to be an influencer. And like he never did anything with the classes. Like that girl that she did an update on that video a while back, like a couple months ago. And she was like, by the way, it's been 6 months and he still hasn't video chatted me. So I guess I never got my money's worth. Like she paid $100 or $200 for the month and got nothing. And like they would, yeah, like he was listing celebrities, like other YouTubers on this thing that he was doing, this class. And it was like, tell your parents you can be an influencer like me. And then like he'd be like, and by the way, you can also talk to like 20 other celebrities, right? That are like YouTubers, influencers. And then like some of them would drop out, but he still listed them on the website. And then like it wasn't, I'm not gonna say it's predatory. I don't think that is. I think if you follow Jake, yeah, I mean that's on you, right? That's a fucking life lesson. I'm sorry, but like I'm not gonna say, well, he has a young crowd, therefore, it's up to him to be the parent. I'm like, no, it's up to the parents to be the parent. Like Jake Paul's gonna make money. I got no problem with that. I'm not gonna say Jake, but like that's how some people looked at it. Like, 14-year-olds are gonna latch on to this, and I'm like, he doesn't know that. I promise you, there's 25-year-olds that are gonna latch onto it. There's boomers who are gonna buy that class in theory and say, I want a Lamborghini. I want to be like Jake Paul. I want to fuck 19-year-olds. And you're like, you can fuck 15-year-olds too. Just come to LA, But I mean, yeah, I don't know. Follow him, yeah. It may be pinned on his Twitter. I don't know. Fuck. Why does that name seem so goddamn familiar?
He was on Andy Worski's show, Jesse PS, and but basically him and Mersh have been going at it, and Jesse PS is like full of shit for the most
By
part.
the way, the picture I had in my name was Jesse Slaughter, and I was like,
Oh,
why?
yeah.
I don't know.
We
why
back
Burst
traced
is
ya.
dealing with Jesse Slaughter. I'm like, I remember 4chan blew up with that fucking cunt. But I'm
I've
like, I don't
called
remember why
the
Merch is
cyber
fucking with that.
police. I love that. But
Yeah,
he,
that story went to shit 3 years later, and it suddenly wasn't funny anymore. I
no,
remember
yeah,
that one
yeah,
too.
it wasn't funny anymore. It was actually a little sad, but in any case, like
Yeah.
Jesse PS and Mersh have like this huge war. First of all, like I don't like to shit talk people, but Mersh is like, I don't know, he's a little odd. Like if you go on his Instagram, there's a picture where he's like, "Oh, it's so hot outside. Look at the temperature." And it's like the temperature on the dash of this car that he bought. He pulled the camera so far back so that you could see the BMW logo on the steering wheel.
Yeah,
And he bought like this 10-year-old BMW with 110,000 miles on it, and he thinks he's like flex king. But it's so funny how he tried to like not make it look like he was flexing. He's like, "It's so hot."
He bought a modern BMW out of warranty.
Yes.
I can't imagine
issues.
why that's a bad idea.
Yeah,
I
with
can't
wheel
imagine.
issues right off the bat, and like even like the picture that he did with the temperature, there was like a tire pressure monitor light on the dash, and then just like it's just all kinds of shit. I'm just saying, like,
It
I don't
looks like a goddamn Christmas tree with
I don't,
lights.
yeah, I don't know. I don't like dislike him. I don't watch his content, so I can't really, judge him
I
based
only
off
know him
of the
from the kill
merit of
stream.
his work. But he seems like just, I don't know, like I hate to use the word, but kind of cringy sometimes. It's just like, he's like, and if you the farther you scroll back on his Instagram, the cringier it gets. You're like, God, I guess that was 2014, but that's how people acted. But he's like, just in New York City, bada bada, just like the basic bitch type shit.
I meant to ask you, probably too late now. That picture I sent you of that hot plate that I got.
Yeah.
Did you put that on screen?
I think for like a very brief second, it was up.
That's fine. It is what it is. It's fine. They don't show anything. I don't think you can figure it out by the seats. So.
Oh no, not that. No. I googled it and then that was up on screen for a second. No.
Yeah. Okay. So.
I would never do such a thing.
That if you don't really, really fucking know cars, you wouldn't think about this. I won't say who, but I will say that it is the person that brought me and you together. I think you can figure out what podcast that is.
Yeah.
But uploaded a picture of a selfie wearing sunglasses. And the sunglasses, you could see the dash. From the dash, I could already tell you what year car he had in the exact fucking model.
Yeah.
And it was a car that's $27,000. And I was like, bro, like, you do not need that information. And like, there was a lot going on that week, so I knew if I reached out, I'd be like, "Oh, but you want to take that picture down?" He was like, "Dude, I'm putting out fires across the fucking world this week. I am not caring about that." But I'm like, "Oh, okay." But like, it's something you don't think about, but like, it doesn't take much to get that information. If you can be like, okay, well, who uses a dash that looks similar? That's within, narrow down to a decade. You know what I mean? It's a real thin fucking margin when you're like, okay, well, he's not going to spend 60 on a car, so it's going to be 30 and under.
I think that particular person doesn't give a shit about being doxxed. But
no, I mean, people know his house address, but you know what I mean? Like, but other people don't think it is that easy, and like,
oh yeah, dude, I'm so paranoid too.
You would have to really
I can't even
know cars to know that.
Because it looks like, in the picture you sent me, it looks like there's aftermarket floor mats. so that doesn't really help. And then the
Aftermarket
C,
floor mats, AC/DC converter.
yeah, that
but
doesn't give you anything.
by the column,
that
shit,
trim,
but where the
yeah,
that trim next to that seat, you can figure it out.
yeah. Nice little.
But it's
bottle of
like it's
hand
just one of those
sanitizer
small
there.
things. But like if you don't know cars, you wouldn't know that.
No, nobody,
You know what I mean?
dude. I don't even think car people would be like that. Would be. I don't even. It would be very fucking hard for them to figure that out. I mean, even I don't know. Not to. I just think that would be some. You would have had to have made an enemy for that one. You know what I mean?
Probably. But like that's just like I was just thinking about him with that because I was like, I meant to tell you that. I was like, because as soon as I saw that picture on Twitter, I was like, I know what he drives. Like I know that fucking dash, and I have never driven that car, but I saw a review of that car and remembered it. And I was like, I know exactly why he bought that car, and it's for the tech package. It has nothing to do with that fucking shitty ass fucking car.
Yeah,
but it had a really good tech package for that price.
Occasionally, fuck, what was I gonna say? Nope, can't even remember.
Package cars,
Yeah.
reviews, watching reviews for
Oh,
cars.
thank you. Occasionally, I like to watch like a tour of like a Rolls Royce or something on YouTube.
Yeah.
Those are fun.
But see, like I geek out on details, so whenever I discovered Doug DeMiro, I was like, oh, this is my happy place.
Doug DeMiro, that sounds familiar.
Car reviewer.
Yeah.
Yeah, like anytime the new M6 comes out, like he just did a review on the newest M series, or not the M series, but like the M640 or whatever it is. But yeah, it's a car reviewer, and he geeks out on little details, where it's like, you know, but it also goes back to like on a Rolls Royce, like everything is a ode to another car model. So if you know the history of these cars, you're like, the reason this car has this clock is because that's a throwback to 5 generations ago when it won a race.
Oh, okay.
You know, like that's a big deal.
Yeah, especially like they'll do that. It'll win, you know, it'll be super dominant one year, and then they'll keep making versions of that over.
Yeah,
and
so I
over.
mean, like it's just those little things, like the car's in this color for this reason. Like this color is only out for 2 years, you know, and it's because of this color was what the first car after the joint venture on another engine, they decided on this color. So that's why 30 years later, that color's back for a limited time.
I knew a guy
like,
who had a
if you
fucking
don't know
Dodge
cars, you
that was
wouldn't care.
purple.
So I got to give it to FCA that they make cool ass colors. Jeep, like seeing a Jeep Rubicon or a Challenger in lime green or plum purple, which is a Mopar color.
Yeah, that
but
Mopar
you're like,
color. I know what you're
Ford's
talking
not
about.
doing that. Yeah, Chevy's not doing it. Like, leave it to FCA to be like, fuck it. You want lime green? I will paint this sample like a goddamn Porsche.
Ford has, in some of their Focus hatchbacks, they have this like light blue color. That one's pretty good.
Okay, have you seen the Seafoam Green? Is it Toyota? They're like little commuter cars. I saw something in Seafoam Green. I looked it up and it was a factory color.
Mazda. There's a couple Mazdas that I see around town, and they're red, and that Mazda red is fucking sick. Like, it looks so good.
Yeah.
It's like a deep red. It's a little bit dark, but it's still very glossy and just like, ooh. I want to find out like the color code for that just for other things.
Just look at Mazda 6 Speed, and it should be in that. Not unless the Speed only has certain colors.
I think
Alright,
Soul
I'm logging
Red
off. It's getting late.
Yeah, Soul Red Crystal is what it's called.
What What car are you looking at that comes in that color?
The CX-9.
Mm-hmm.
It's like an SUV.
No, I know what it is. It got SUV of the year last year.
CX-9, yeah.
Or I'm sorry,
And
crossover of the year.
CX-3,
CUV, I
CX-5.
think.
It's their CX series. But yeah, that color is glorious. Very nice, especially if it's like a sunny day. Apparently that
yeah.
red, like a lot of work went into it. They have like a small documentary like advertisement for it. Anyways, man, you have a good night. I appreciate you.
Yeah, as I'm logging off, if you want to watch a boat thing, go to, I would say, hang on, let me find it on the list. The second to last video, Monster Max drives in the ocean. To anyone who's fucking listening, I highly encourage everyone to look at Whistling Diesel. This is old YouTube vibes. He doesn't say the edgy words, but seeing someone build a monster truck and
I like this guy.
bending, yeah,
he's
I'm
like
all about
that
this kid
that like basically did everything himself, like, and got popular on Instagram and shit, and just basically like
he hustles his ass off.
He's like, I never expected I'd have a truck like this, and he's always like real grateful and shit.
Yeah, I mean, like, he does come for money, but like the argument with his F-150 that was in SEMA was he was like, I cared about the first car and wanted nothing to happen to it, and now I destroy shit because no matter what happens, it's gonna get fucked up. So I might as well make a fucking amazing video and make it watchable to take someone, jump a SEMA truck, and blow the bags out on it.
Is this the guy that destroyed like a perfect Duramax by putting wooden wheels on it?
Yeah.
Never mind. Fuck him.
Yeah, the wagon wheels, the reaper tires.
Fuck this asshole, dude. That truck was perfect, and like they snapped the axle with the wooden wheels, but then they smashed it with a backhoe.
Okay. Take all that aside. This video does not do any destruction. This is a guy who spent almost a year looking up the legality of how to register a truck as a boat and how to get around it legally to where the Coast Guard can't shut you down.
That's so
It got this
wild.
motherfucker to the Gulf of Mexico, past the drawbridge into the ocean.
Florindiana man does it again.
Yeah, straight 316 Speed brought out their speedboat. That's why I'm bringing this up. They brought out their speedboat because if anything happened to the truck, they could tow it back in. So
That's
just
funny.
flip through the first minute of that video.
I'm gonna watch it.
Shows the summary, and then the very end of the video, the last 3 minutes or last 2 minutes, shows the boat, the 316 Speed, their speedboat with 4 outboards on the back. Check out that goddamn boat. It's called a Mad Max is the name of the boat. You'll know why I'm showing it to you.
Dude, I love the stock tires that he has on there. And the guy's like, you can't be doing this at the boat ramp. And the stock tires are like, they look like little like training wheels.
Yeah, there's a guy in town that has, you can tell when he's running errands because he has this giant fucking 12-inch fucking lift with these fucking stock pull-off. And then you'll see him like 2 days later with like fucking 44s on it. And you're like, yeah, you swapped out your goddamn wheels. Good job, buddy.
Yeah, $4 grand.
He's like, yeah,
later.
it's kind of hard to get through the fucking town goddamn 44s. Like, it's too big. You're like, yeah,
that's
all these small roads, it's a little bit hard. Yeah.
Running over trees and shit.
Fuck yeah.
Alright, I'm gonna watch this video and then hop off. But you have a good night.
No, you have a good night one. Bye-bye.
Alright, let's check this out.
Look at that dog.
Don't cut it, period. Sorry about that. Gotten 2 hours of sleep. He got 1 hour
Yeah.
here at the beach in Florida at the Atlantic Ocean. And we've always talked about going in the ocean with Monster Max, and today's the day. So we're putting her together by hand. We don't even have a skid loader. We're gonna put it together by hand. All 8 tires, and then we're gonna take it in the ocean. So this will be fun. What's that?
You can't be doing this in the boat ramp parking lot.
Oh Yeah, my we're god, going the in the water. rust.
Yeah,
We got, it's an aquatic vessel because we got life jackets, boat numbers, road registration too.
Yeah, my supervisor says you guys can't be in here putting this together in this parking lot.
Are you in the way or?
Well, this is going to be packed here in about a couple hours.
Yeah, we'll be out of here in like 10 minutes probably. 20 minutes. We won't be in here for long.
You guys are putting me in a tough spot because she told me to call the police and get you out of here.
I mean, man, call the fucking cops,
It's
bitch.
a boat ramp parking. It's not for putting vehicles together or anything like that. That's what they're saying.
Right. I mean, we're not, as long as we're not in the way, is it all right? It's like we're not in the way right now, really.
Hello. Here, you want to talk to the gentleman?
Howdy. Hey, all right. Good morning.
I actually want to see you guys do this.
Might have been in a boat getting off a trailer or something like that. It's against county ordinance for what? It's an aquatic vehicle. We have boat numbers, we have life jackets, fire extinguishers, so we're all set up as an aquatic vehicle. It's just too big to fit on the road. No, it goes in the water. We're going fishing with it. So it's just as a boat.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it drives in the water. Sorry, I should have explained. We're not going out here to ride or anything. It's as a boat, so it's meant to go in the water. So the tires are big enough. We have enough air to actually float the truck. So we're just going out fishing today. I guess it doesn't look like it because we're setting up, a truck. They could come checking out if they. Yeah. Yep.
God, I'd pay to see this.
You can come watch if you want. Hey, you want to stay and watch?
I have to go.
All right.
I'm sorry. I'd love to see it.
All right. Have a good one. Thanks.
Yeah, you too.
Probably sending it to the law. He's shaking his head. They're smiling.
Smiling?
Yep. Looks like decent people.
You guys gonna put this down the boat ramp?
Yeah.
Where's this gonna go?
Out the boat. They didn't believe us when we told them that it was. We got boat numbers, life jackets, fire extinguishers. That's great. But anyway. Yeah, it's from Indiana, but just gotta paint our boat number on the side. So. Alright.
I'll make a few phone calls, but
We also got a buddy with a boat in case we pull us back in or whatever.
Gonna go on there?
Yeah, we're taking it out of the bowl. So.
This is something I have to sit around just to watch.
Yeah. This is fucking awesome.
down a little bit.
I don't want it to drip or it'll ruin it. Not bad. Alright. Not bad.
Pretty good.
We got a boat, boys. Alright, take it off. Not bad. Is it just me or did we just build a boat? I think it's finally time, guys. After 150 YouTube videos and a year of filming, it's finally time to go in the ocean with Monster Max. Just as I promised, backflips in the Atlantic Ocean. If the rears fall off, we're gonna do a backflip, so. It's still considered the Atlantic, right? Even though it's the Gulf? It's part of the Gulf.
Yeah.
It's
definitely the Gulf. It's connected to the Atlantic, though.
Where does the Gulf get its water from?
From the water.
From the ocean?
Yeah, we got to get out there before they pull up 30 more DNR officers this time, so.
You ready for this, dude?
I'm nervous, man. We're going in the ocean right now with my truck. My daily driver truck that I took to construction every day for a long time. Wow, 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 wow. No, I ran over the jack. Not good.
Hopefully we don't puncture a tire.
I'm like, my heart's beating like crazy. I mean, I've taken it in water, but look at this, dude.
Yeah, that's insane.
All the people that said, you don't make good content, it's all repetitive. What? How many other people have you seen driving the ocean? I'm just wondering, because we're headed out there right now. I mean, it's right there. We got Mad Max out here with 4 Cadillac motors on the back.
Look at that.
That's our towboat in case we have some problems out here. We're hauling at about half a knot. What's up with this traffic today? All this traffic, I try to be rush hour.
This thing looks tiny.
This boy really did it. The headlights are missing. He's driving in the ocean. What are you doing?
Out of all the things that I have ever dreamed of doing in life, I never thought I'd be driving my truck into the Gulf of Mexico with a chopper and Mad Max over here. But hey, it's crazy. Huge thanks to the hospitality of these guys for just helping us out today. We needed a kind of a guide because we don't have many oceans in Indiana. So I love the fact that everyone loves this. No one is like hating right now. Except on the YouTube video that they're watching.
Yeah.
They're all commenting below, but it's okay because the rest of the world loves it. You don't have to be a sorry piece of trash. I'm just saying. You don't have to be like that. But you choose to be that way. Just saying.
This was in 2020, November 16. Wait.
But they're opening the bridge.
Oh,
they're opening the bridge.
Yesterday.
Opening the bridge up for us.
What? No way! They're opening the drawbridge for Monster Max.
We're actually in the ocean now.
That was pretty sick. Hell yeah, that's it for the stream. Take it easy, y'all. Let's see. Oh. Peace.